Check, check. No. Dobbs will fix it. Yeah. Yeah, because this is curling. We're very polite and stuff. Actually, I don't hear my... No, I do hear myself. Okay.
Hey, everybody. We're just doing a test here real quick.
Check, check, check. There you go. I can hear me.
Oh, hey, let's try putting the microphone in front of my face. Okay.
There you go.
All right, we live now?
What's up, Alan?
Hey, how you doing, Chip? All right, welcome to the 6 o'clock draw, which is draw 3 here at the Embassy Row, Bondsville, Cuba, at the Potomac Curling Club. Our feature has just started. Is Team Erstad from the Potomac Curling Club. Stephanie Erstad, Laura Yee, Nick Smith, Bob Purcell. They're going to be throwing the Red Rocks today.
Red Rocks.
Red Rocks. They actually just threw their first one, in fact.
They're from
here,
Nevada.
Sure.
That's where Red Rocks is.
Is it? Yes, it is. You're right. And they're against a baseball player to be pronounced correctly by Chip.
A Cespedes for the rest of us.
Yes, exactly. Who are from the Triangle Curling Club. They're throwing the Yellowstones. In fact, their first one's going down the strip.
Featuring former Potomac member Matt Hennig.
True statement. Who is the vice for Ellen Lynch. The second is Ben Langworthy. And the lead is Phoebe Chang. Sorry, I'm going to botch
Phoebe?
Yes, I'm going to be botching that through the whole evening, and I apologize for that.
Phoebe's a hard name.
Yeah, the last one's even worse. So that's a game we're going to be showing you here on Sheet B. Just so you know, both first two stones have gone clear through the house. We have a completely clear house for Laura Yee's second stone. We'll also be bringing action from the other sheets. Sheet A, Kirkman from the Potomac Curling Club against Hamilton from CCVA, Curling Club of Central Virginia. Over on Sheet C, we have Team Fox from the Curling Club of Central Virginia against Havana Good Time from the PCC.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
That's
Havana,
funny, yeah.
Exactly. And Sheet D
Son de
is
Havana.
Todo El Camino.
Todo el Camino.
Them exactly.
The whole truck.
Versus Sticker Shock, who is from the Chesapeake Curling Club.
Sticker Shock is not as clever.
No, less clever.
No.
But it is too vehicularly themed, so that's, they got that
that's true. Vehicular theme.
They got that going for them, which is
If
nice.
there's anything people say about curling, it's vehicular theme.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, just so you guys know, we do not have an operator, so we just got the split screen camera views, but that's okay. You can see everything going on. It's kind of awesome. All right.
So they're getting to see everything the same way we see it.
Exactly.
And on the same delay.
Yeah, probably true.
Yeah. No, Dobbs hooked it up because Dobbs is like a genius and stuff, and he knows how to work the computer, and so he made it so whatever we see in real life, they also see when we talk about it.
Hooray, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. All right, so we are getting ready to throw the second stone. That would be Bob Purcell from Team Erstad. And he's faced a situation. There is a red center guard about 4 or 5 feet short of the house. There is a yellow guard guarding the 12-foot over on our right-hand side. Bob's stone is on the way. Sweepers are on it. I believe it's saying both for line and for weight a little bit. It looks to me like it's going to be a bit short. Possibly to the extent of even being a hog stone.
It looks like it's going to not make it.
So
for the viewers at home that don't understand, a hog stone is one that's made of bacon. And it has to be taken off the ice to be eaten later.
That is true.
That's true.
Because as we all know, bacon is in fact delicious.
Yeah, but not Canadian bacon, which is just ham.
Yeah, it's still fairly delicious.
I mean, it is delicious, but it isn't bacon.
All right. More importantly, as though anything could be more important.
Wait, more important than bacon?
I know, right? I'm sure Ben Langworth would love to believe that his stone is more important than bacon, particularly seeing as how he appears to be delivering it for a draw around that center guard. And the sweepers are on it hard. Actually, I'm sorry, he's drawing it behind his own guard, over on the side there.
It's looking out like it's going to the corner. I don't think it's going to get there.
I don't think it got there either.
Nope.
It did not.
No dice.
Well short. So we are now up to the second stone. Fourth stone at the end, if you will. Bob Purcell in the hack, being asked for a typical draw to the center, but it looks nice.
Yep, there's that center guard, so he's going to try to get around that and hide. That looks pretty heavy, though.
Well, but on the other hand, given how he hogged the last stone, maybe not.
Well, the sweepers also think it's heavy because they've not touched it.
That is a true statement.
You should not touch your stones in front of people. Is a thing that we just learned.
It's generally considered to be a social.
Louis C.K. was telling us about that this week, actually.
So that has made the upper 12
That
foot.
isn't. That is full
however,
12.
It is, however, not behind the guard. It's fairly exposed. So it appears that.
Also, you should not expose your stones
Yeah,
to
that's true.
anybody. Yeah.
But so it appears that Ellen Lynch is asking Ben Langworthy to remove it.
That's a solid hit weight. It looks like he's got plenty of weight, but it looks like he may crash that guard because that thing's kind of moving pretty fast.
No, he's there. He's well past
and he
the
got
guard.
around the guard.
Well past the guard.
And right to the nose. Good hit.
He might have hoped for a little bit of an inside roll there, but he did not get it.
Did not get it. Hit and stick. Yep. Still exposed, but at least removed the red rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so Nick Smith, the vice for Team Erstad, is up, getting ready to throw his first stone.
If you're commenting on the thing, we can't see it because we don't have an operator and neither of us is smart enough to work the computing. But we'll figure that out in a little bit.
Exactly. I'd offer to text me, but I'm not throwing my phone number.
No.
All right, so the sweepers are on this probably because it looks like it's going to chip that front guard. It's not just going to chip it. It's going to get about 3/4 of it.
That is going to run the guard and maybe push it in.
Stick? Is it going to stick to that? Nah,
nope, all the way to the outside and boom, to the bumper. Hasta luego, Piedro Roja.
Alternatively, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, that
red,
stone is
red
outplayed.
stone.
I know.
Yeah. Piedra is stone and Roja is red.
I took 15 minutes of high school Spanish.
15 minutes
of high school Spanish.
That's pretty good.
And I stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night, so I know all these things.
Yeah, definitely. That's how that works. I speak Spanish and Mexican, which are different.
Matt Henning throwing his first stone. I believe he's being asked to just kind of split the house.
Matt Henning is also an emeritus member of the curling club of Springfield, Virginia.
I didn't even know there was a curling club.
Yeah, it's about 10 members here of Potomac. All live like within, say, about a mile of each other in Springfield.
Okay, and that stone went halfway to Springfield. It is well through the house.
That's funny. That's clever. I like
Yellow
that.
is still sitting one. You're welcome.
All right, so and yellow's wide open, so they red is definitely about to throw the whack at that.
I do believe that there is a. I'm not going to say where I was just about to go with that.
Yeah, Nick is throwing all of the weight.
Not about 75% of the way. I've seen him throw heavier than that.
And that's gonna make a solid contact, and he got a little roll under cover.
Not completely hidden, but about.
It's not terrible.
About 60% covered. Actually, there's an open question if he's actually in the house, though.
I think he's biting.
It's close. It's
hard to tell from the angle that we've got,
he
but
might be biting. He might not be.
Not terrible is the curling equivalent of great shot.
True statement.
Yeah.
So, Matt Henning throwing his second vice stone. I do believe that Ellen was asking him to curl behind the one that's just. That feels heavy to me.
I think he's trying to hit it.
Is he hitting it because he was concerned it was in? I think it's.
They're going to go ahead and remove it, and they got what they wanted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's a hit and roll spill gonzo.
Yeah, I think she probably would have been happier if it had stuck around. But
blank ski.
She'll get over it.
Yeah, she'll have to.
Yeah, true point. True that.
I was on the webcast the last time when covering a game that Laura Yee was in, and that was during the glitter bomb spiel. And she was curling on the team with Debbie McCormick.
Oh.
And they won.
Shockingly.
Yeah, shockingly.
Gee, go figure. Take one of the best curlers in the country, take him to a recreational club bonspiel.
Well, to be fair, it was the first LGBT bonspiel, and so that was the main requirement, not your competency,
I get that.
in curling.
I get your statement. I'm just saying, the part of me that's going, I smell ringer.
I mean, technically, there was Potomac members on the team, so, we won.
I'm not saying that there was anything fishy. I'm just saying ringer.
I'm not saying it was fishy.
I'm just saying ringer.
Maybe not fishy, but, definitely in the, crustacean, shellfish realm.
Yeah, I'll go.
It's not quite fish, but it's
definitely wet.
Yeah.
So, Stephanie Erstad, curling in this game that we care about in this bonspiel
Big
right
Green
now.
Bay Packers fan, she is.
I believe she's originally from Wisconsin, which might explain that.
Which makes sense. Otherwise, that would be crazy.
A little weird. She's looking to get behind the cover. She asked for a lot of bite, a lot of cut, which
that looks light to me.
That does look light. The sweeper's definitely on it like nobody's business.
They definitely got the weight call wrong.
Yeah, that's well short. That is well
short.
Short.
Our weight expert, John Hale, has informed us that weight was way off.
Way off.
Yeah.
Not just kind of off.
Way off. That's a direct quote.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we now have Ellen Lynch who, as we said earlier, is from the Triangle Curling Club. Getting ready to throw her
Strangely,
first stone.
a building has 4 sides.
I don't actually know if that's true. I've never.
I
been
think
there.
it has at least 4 sides. It can't have 3.
Well, it could if they were really long. and
Long sides.
Yeah.
But I according to Google Maps, 4 sides.
I'll take your word for it.
I looked.
I'll be
yeah.
honest, I've never actually Google mapped a curling club in my entire life. At
I'm
least
sure
not,
we
at least
can
not from
manage
Street
that.
View.
No.
I'll
It's a hobby of mine, actually.
That's
It's-
not the strangest hobby I've heard you had.
Yeah.
Okay. Her stone is on the way. She's looking to draw essentially a button draw would be lovely for her
That
right
looks
now.
like that's pretty far out there.
That
I don't think
that-
it's coming back.
That is asking for an awful lot of cut. Now, I did notice when I was playing earlier that there is an awful lot of movement on these sheets at the very end.
At the end, and they kind of tend to die because the rocks are losing handle.
Right, and actually, so remember that thing I was saying about getting to the center line behind the cover? Yeah, it's basically
It pretty much
much
looks
what she
like
did.
that's it's sitting on the center line under
behind the cover. Yeah, so basically
So the smart play for Red is to follow him down.
Well, yes and no, because I don't think you can get that cut at any sort of takeout weight, and it's sitting in the top 8. So if
I think
anything,
you could outdraw it.
plenty of room to outdraw. But that's not where Nick Smith's got his broom.
No. Well, or where Stephanie told Nick to put his broom.
I get your statement. I'm just saying I'm looking at the broom and I'm not seeing a drop. I guess maybe Stephanie feels as though she's got a corner. I'm sitting at a little bit of an angle, so I can't tell, but it might be exposed a little bit on the outside. Okay, no, and now the broom's being adjusted.
And now they've
she's changed her
decided,
mind.
yeah,
okay.
we're going to go for the draw.
Yeah, which seems like the.
So touch the 4 and you win.
True, but this is not actually the hammer. Yellow has hammer.
Well,
So-
right. So touch the 4 under cover and you're real good.
Right.
Don't be over the tee, though.
No, you need to be definitely in front of the tee, because otherwise you just provide the backing. That's a trouble. So it feels like she's a little narrow, although the sweepers aren't on. Well, now they are. And now is up, so it's one of those situations where sweep a little, not too much. Needs to come back a lot more.
It is drifting.
Well, here's the cut. As we were saying, there's the last-minute cut. Now the sweepers got on it.
And it is coming back.
Oh, it just brushed
wicked
it.
off, but it's still going to sit
Still-
shot.
How did
Still
it
sitting
wick-
shot.
How did it wick off and then start fading? That's interesting. Interesting physics there. It is shot in the
Not
back
physics, magic.
Possibly also.
Curling
magic.
is a game of magic.
No, if it had been magic, it would have somehow curled enough to get behind the cover. This is still.
Well,
pretty
you don't
exposed
want to
on the
show off
outside,
all of
so-
your magic at once. You want to hold some of it for later.
I might have showed it all off there, truthfully.
I think the Harry Potter curling team is world famous.
Yeah, sure.
They're definitely using magic. Dobbs is here to fix the computer.
What did we do this time? What are we doing wrong this time?
One of these cameras freezes. Yeah. Reset it. My right reset it. If it freezes. Gotcha.
All right, so the hammer is on its way from Ellen Lynch from the Cespedes from the rest of us. She was looking to tap that red, but she's
Oh,
outside
it's
it.
curling in
Not
and
enough.
just flew by.
So we have a steal. Grand theft curling has occurred in the
Grand
first
theft curling.
Team Erstad steals 1 to go up 1-0, and they're very quick and rapid with the hanging of the score.
Yeah, they
so I
are.
appreciate that.
They're almost gloating about that.
I am, yeah, but as somebody who sits down here and has to know what the heck's going on, I'm appreciative of that.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of the rapid response.
Yes. We also have a first end score over on sheet D. The team throwing red, which is Toto del Camino, took 2 with the hammer. So they're up 2-0 up over Sticker Shock from Cespedes Curling Club
That's the vehicular.
in our vehicular games.
Yeah.
Yes. The games on A and C are still working their way through the first end. Not actually true. Sheet A just finished their first tour. They're hanging up a score now. Yellow took a 1. Yes, yellow took a 1. That would be Team Hamilton.
Go Tramilton.
Took a 1 against Linda Kirkman. Sheet C is still getting ready to throw their hammer. Fox is red. Okay. I now know who everybody is. Yay. Meanwhile,
All right, we got a rock coming at us.
we do. Oh, I need to update a score.
It's a red rock.
It is a red rock. That could have something to do with the fact that Stephanie Erstad's team scored. So
Oh, is that how that works?
yeah, funny how that works.
So curling is a sport that involves rocks and ice, but it's also made up. And people just make up the rules as they go.
As an official, I would dispute that statement. But, yeah.
Well, they don't know that.
They do now. I just said something.
Well, you blew our cover, Alan.
Dude, I have a big red jacket with patches on it. I ain't got no cover.
No, well, you're not wearing that now. Also, this is radio. They can't see that.
Oh, good call. There's a reason I'm not an international super spy. Well,
That's right.
There's lots of reasons. But
There's
that's
lots
a,
of reasons.
That's among them.
What are the other reasons, Alan?
Let's see. I can't drink a martini to save my life.
Well, you could.
No, trust me, I can't. It would not go well for anybody.
Wait, explain to me why you can't drink a martini. This rock went out of play, so it doesn't matter.
Out of play. Why I cannot drink a martini?
Yeah.
Because gin does not make it past me.
Oh, so gin. What is a vodka martini, though?
Oh, you know, I never.
Because
considered
Bond
that.
drinks vodka martinis.
That's a true statement. Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. So.
Maybe I have a hope. Maybe there's hope for me.
We should test this. We have a bar here.
We could, but I don't think it would go well with the Coke.
I mean, it might.
I bet you wouldn't.
No, probably not.
I'm willing to take the risk that I never find.
All right.
out.
So apart from the martini aspect,
there's also the complete and total lack of my ability to bed super starlets.
well, you don't know that either. If you're a super spy, you really don't need much. Oh, by the way, Red just drew to the
there's a
4
stone
foot.
in the house. Yay, we get to talk about curling. Okay, so Team Erstad has put a stone in the top of the 4 foot. Yeah, I know. Why would somebody come on the YouTube of a curling game if they want to hear about my ability to be a
Because they
super
know
spy?
that it's Chip Chat Radio.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
And Yellowstone on its way from, was that Phoebe's second stone? That was Phoebe's second stone. It is on its way. She's being asked to remove, I don't think it's going to come across enough. I don't
It looks like it's a whiff.
Yep, swing and miss.
It's a whiff. Swing and a miss.
A swing and a miss. Oh, that's right. We can do this over here, can't we? All right, so.
All right, so now you can see the view from the house here.
Well, they can see it anyhow because this is what they're seeing.
Well, I think they can see this too, can't they?
No, this is what's streaming these.
Oh, they can't see that. Okay. Well, so Red's sitting like halfway in the 4.
Halfway in the 4 on the center line.
Here comes Red
Stephanie,
with a wide open look at it too.
Stephanie asked.
She wanted to
Lord
guard it up.
No, who threw that stone? Bob. Bob Purcell threw that. She wanted to guard it.
Trying to guard it. It is over curling.
It's going to be a very nice center guard, but the wrong side of the center line.
That is over curling AF.
That is a lot of over curl.
Yeah.
So really all it truthfully is it's providing potential cover for the hit and roll under, which is what Ellen Lynch has asked Ben Langworthy to provide.
Certainly calling for the hit. I'm not convinced at the
I
roll here.
I'm not convinced that the line's right for it, but what she did with the room placement, that's what she asked
That's
for.
what she asked for. I don't know that it's going to. Well, it is curling more than I thought it was, and I think
yeah, but I
maybe
think she's going to get too thin of it.
she's too thin, and she's going to spill out. No, she might not get it out.
The shooter is out, yes, and the other stone did
And
go
Red
out the back of the house.
It's a zombie rock.
It is in the zone of death.
Yeah. So for those at home who don't know what a zombie rock is, Ellen, do you want to explain a zombie rock?
So as you can see, if you're looking on the overhead, we've got the house, and then there's a line behind the house. The rocks are not in play until they completely cross that line, but because the house is round and the line is square, there's this triangle of area. It's round, but you get my point. Outside the house, but still in play, where a rock can stay, and it's still in play.
It's in play, but it's useless.
But it's useless.
So it's dead, but it's not dead.
Exactly.
So it's like a zombie.
It's a zombie. Really, the biggest thing that those rocks tend to do is make skips who are backing up trip, fall, and hurt themselves.
And fall.
I have done that more times than I care to admit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Stephanie was hoping to get behind that cover again, but she's on the center line, pretty much straddling the center line in the 12-foot to right where Ellen Lynch can have.
A nice, juicy hit.
Yep, and it's even a little closer for the roll under if Ben Langworthy can make that go.
If it's thick enough, though, because if you roll too far, you're going to be out.
Right, which is what happened last time. And
well,
actually, now that zombie rock, if that same
now you've
angle
got
would
that
happen
hit
again,
roll
the zombie
in.
could possibly block it. But it looks like she's got the hit. It's going to roll over just a little.
And it rolled nicely
not
under
quite
cover.
enough.
Well, somewhat.
No, not really. she needed to get a full rock off the center line to be behind the cover.
Sure.
She's still touching the center
Sure.
line. So she might have a corner coverage, but that's all she's got. So yellow is sitting 1. But I'm pretty sure Stephanie Erstad
But not for long.
is pretty confident in Nick Smith's ability to get rid of that. And that's exactly what she's asking for. That is her plan. That's what she intends to do. I believe we're about to get an operator.
Uh-oh.
I believe TJ is preparing to sit down and give us an operator, so we'll actually be able to provide live camera cuts and all that professional stuff. So
It looks like red thinned the yellow, and off it goes, and red is sticking around, just biting on the outside.
Just on the outside. So, okay.
You know what we call a backbiter, Alan?
I don't know, but that's not a backbiter. That's a
No, but when it happens, because it's gonna.
What do we call that?
Marv Albert.
We call that a Marv Albert?
Yeah, he's famous for biting the back of,
Yeah.
various ladies.
I know where you were going with that.
Yeah.
That was
that call.
The backbiter.
You two love that call.
The Marv Albert.
I think you need more volume. Which I don't think
I probably need more volume.
Hey, TJ's here.
Yes,
TJ is
we're being
here.
joined by TJ,
Can
who's
you hear
going to
me
be.
now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
And he is also working the camera angles for you, as you can see now, because there's camera cuts and professional production values and stuff.
Well, wait a second.
So
I resent the accusation that I'm a professional.
Yeah, don't call TJ a professional or
well,
anything.
he's a somewhat trained pseudo-professional.
Pseudo-professional.
Stephanie is working that stone hard, but she does not get it out. Now, I do have an open question in my mind as to which of those stones is shot.
That
we can take
that
gander.
didn't
Hold
sound
on.
right. It looks to me like yellow, but I can't really be sure.
I would not be willing to wager money.
Yeah, I was going to say. that
And
camera
and
angle.
judging from what Stephanie's doing, Stephanie's not willing to wager money either, because she's doing the hard look at it, trying to figure out what to do with it. Okay, Stephanie must be pretty confident that she's shot. The reason I say that is she's asking Nick to draw in. Pretty sure if she didn't think she was shot, she'd be asking Nick to do something about it.
To hit it? Well, no, or to
Or
out
just-
count it. I
just
mean,
tap
why not?
it, sure, but
You could just leave
yellow's
it alone.
not shot. Okay, somebody's got a little bit better angle is saying that the Yellowstone is definitely not shot.
Shot expert John Hale says that yellow is not shot.
And good thing, because as it turns out, Nick Smith's shot was less than optimal. Shall we say less than optimal?
Less than. Oh, yellow is shot.
Yellow is shot. Okay.
So the assumption goes. I thought yellow was shot.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you.
Stephanie is not worried of the back of the house game. She's more worried about trying to actually win. So, it's not just because something's shot rock doesn't mean you have to care about it. You can always get around it,
Yeah,
especially in a
can't get
wide
around
open
that.
house like that.
That is true. It is a wide open house. But now yellow was trying to follow it up, put a second one in behind. Didn't get there. Stephanie brings that one through. So basically, we're exactly where we
So
were
it's
2
an
stones
easy
ago.
draw. And you get to a point where if they don't guard it up, red can draw to sit on it and punch them out just a touch, and they're going to sit too. So
Yeah, I might be tempted to try to deal with it early, but that's just
I wouldn't. It's not harming anybody now where it's sitting.
well, other than the fact that it is cutting out their red that's over on the other side. So, but
There's time yet.
There's 1,000 strategies in Naked City.
1,000?
1,000 strategies.
What about 837?
That's 837 is one of the least successful strategies. That's hogging both of your skip
Oh,
stones.
no, that's right. Of course, 837. I meant 838.
Oh, 838.
Yes, that would have worked.
Which, yeah,
Yes,
838 would
it's
have been
obvious.
great. Why didn't you play that? Yes, but that's
We're
how
not
it's-
even going to go into how obvious that
Right.
clearly is
exactly.
the right
As
strategy.
you can, yeah, exactly. But strangely enough, that's not what Stephanie's calling. Stephanie
No,
looks like
no, it
she
looks
looks
like
she's going with strategy 6, which is put a stone
strategy
up in the top
6,
8.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a safe play.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying it's a bad call. I'm
It's
just
not
saying
like strategy 39.
Oh, no, strategy
That's
39
crazy.
is risky as heck.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
You do that
touch
when
that.
you do that when you're down 4 in this situation.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Stone is on its way. I believe Laura was saying that it felt good in terms of weight. They're certainly not sweeping it. Well, now Laura's sweeping
I
it.
think they feel like that.
But it's
well,
really
it
just
looks like it's
cleaning.
going
Now
to
they're
go
hitting it.
through, and now it's kind of dying a little bit.
But it's
They
on the
got to
right
go.
line.
They're going.
And all they got to do is out count.
It's definitely out
And
counting.
they
no
are
question
out
there.
counting, and they have got full to the 4 foot
And possibly, and even at least partially behind the cover.
and pretty well covered.
Not fully, but about half covered.
Not to the point that yellow can't nick them out,
No, pretty easily, actually.
because there's only the one guard. You know, there's not a lot of stuff
exactly.
to hide behind.
They played this as a very open end, and the problem with an open end is it becomes really hard to score two. Although actually, yellow is actually in a situation where they could, if this and rest of this end plays out the way it should, yellow should score two.
They could.
Because they should be able to
If
chip
they
that
can
yellow
hit and
out
stick.
there.
Yep.
And because they've got the shot in the back.
Well, they're rocking the back is out counting the red that's also biting. So if they
We
can
believe,
hit,
right.
if they can hit and wick in
Hit and wick
or
and-
sort of
or even if-
stay somewhere
Truthfully,
within the
even
8
if they
foot,
hit, yeah,
they're
even
good.
if they hit and roll over here exposed in the 8 foot, that's fine.
That's fine
Stephanie
because
hits
there's no
it,
red
and
that
then-
can
right,
take them
exactly.
out. So this is
We
the
make the
hammer.
assumption that the yellow stone in back is the one that is shot, besides that one.
Correct. We're making that assumption. But
Our
if that's-
assumption
if
is
that statement is correct,
that
yellow's in a very
the
strong position.
cameras are not lying to us. But if they are, we're blaming TJ.
Correct, because we didn't have this problem until you sat down and
That's
started
right.
with the
There you
cameras. You semi-trained pseudo-professional.
We're also betting on John Hale, who says that yellow is out counting red on that.
So
that outer
this
bit.
stone looks like it's a
Oh,
little
the red
hot.
on Oh no, that one's about to be gone
This
though.
stone looks like
See,
it's
look.
up. Nope, got past. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
of math,
This is a miss.
That is
That is
a
a-
bye-bye and Lawak, and that is
yes,
a great
nicely
shot
shot.
by yellow.
Nicely done. Got to where it needed to go. Rolled over. Actually, that
Played
stone's
dead.
exposed, or not exposed. It's behind the cover at least.
No,
mostly.
no. It's exposed.
On the outside, but not completely.
Sure. So now
And-
red's only chance is to out counter for one.
Which is exactly what they're calling for.
Sure.
They're looking to
Oh,
base.
they'll take the one and pretend that these first two ends didn't even
Well,
happen.
except the red doesn't have hammer.
Well,
Yellow
that's-
has hammer, so
You know,
I know me and my details.
things about hammers are far less important once you add in the vanilla ice aspect to it.
What vanilla ice aspect?
You can't touch this.
Right.
That's MC Hammer.
Exactly.
Right.
See,
Well, I
look,
think we lost TJ.
yeah,
You lost me.
there's
Okay.
a thing called hip hop, and then there's this thing called bastardizing hip hop.
All right. So more importantly, Stephanie Erstad's last stone is on the way. She's looking to get drawn into the 4 foot.
I'm
although I
not
feel
sure
she's
this
heavy.
is more important,
This
but it
seems
looks heavy.
I'd say it's at least as
And
important.
that is
It's rolling
bye-bye,
And
and
it's
Matt is
tap,
digging
tap.
on it. Well, it looks like that's going to be
Okay, well,
one Lello.
At the moment,
there's
no.
still
Well, Yellow's got
hammer.
another stone.
They got one more shot, so they
But
can.
here's the interesting question. There
they
was a
can
little bit
easy
of tap
draw.
on. There was a little bit of tap on that Yellowstone back there.
Yellowstone.
Well, I guess it does the Yellowstone in the back of the 12. So the one that we were all is this shot or not?
It's in Wyoming, not the back of the 12.
Okay, whatever. And I guess it doesn't matter anyhow because that redstone isn't leaving.
That's a mercury rock. Mercury redstone.
Okay.
You know, you're confused here. Some people trying to watch curling, you're talking about like national parks and like NASA stuff.
Sure, Chip.
Hey, you know what you signed up for.
I signed up first. You signed up to help me.
That's true.
All right, so Ellen Lynch's last stone is on the way. It is hammer time. No. Okay. She's looking to basically, as long as she can get this to touch the white, she's good for a second point.
That's racist.
There's no real way to actually get a third point out of it that I can see. The sweepers are working this pretty hard. I don't think she's quite got it.
I think she's got it, but
think
it's
she's
going to
got
be
it?
heavy. Hard work.
It's right there.
And
Yep.
they did it.
All right, so executed draw
Two
to the
amarillo.
full 8 foot. So that is 2 points for
Dos amarillos.
Yes. So Alan Lynch's team, Cespedes, the rest of us took 2 in the second end. The score is now 2-1.
The Cespedes for the rest of us is a baseball joke used in curling.
I'm sure that's a true statement. Do we have
I
any
thought you know about baseball. Don't you watch the terrible, terrible Red Sox?
No, I watched the awesome Red Sox. The terrible Red Sox were years ago.
Years ago?
Yeah, up until like 2003.
Explain to me how they won the World Series this year.
The Red Sox didn't win the
They
World
did not win
Series.
the World Series. So the terrible, terrible Red Sox.
So I point out that you get a 5-year grace period. We've won three World
So
Series.
Yoenis Cespedes does not play for the Red Sox.
Doesn't play for anybody anymore, does he? Isn't he
I think
retired?
he played for the Mets.
Wasn't he playing for the Astros?
No.
No, he did
That was a
not play
different-
for the
that was
Astros.
a different-
That's a different Cespedes.
Right.
Okay, well, at least I'm not completely
You were close. Inaccurate, but close. All right, so we got a couple games that have finished the second end, but unlike before when teams were being very, very efficient with posting scores, not so much this time. So we really don't know what the scores are. We'll update them to you as soon as we find out. And hey, as soon as I say that, we find out that Team Hamilton hung a really large number over on Linda Kirkman.
Wait a minute. Tramilton with a really large anything?
Tramilton with a 5.
Hold on. Don't talk about Tramilton hanging large things, because if he goes back and listens to this broadcast, he's never going to stop talking about how Tramilton likes to hang the large things. I'm just saying, I know the guy. He's Canadian. Don't,
All I'm saying
you
is-
know, he's
all
going
I'm-
to say a lot of stuff.
All I'm saying is he's up 6-0 after 2. That's all I'm saying.
Tramilton hung a large one on the other guys. That's
Yes,
what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I said it first, you were
Tramilton
different.
loves to hang large ones on other guys.
All right, so on sheet D, except he was hanging it on Linda Kirkman, who is not another guy.
Oh, no, that's definitely not okay.
So over on sheet D,
That's offensive.
sorry,
Yeah, Tramilton.
Toto El Camino.
Todo el camino.
Them put a 3 up on Sticker Shock to go up 5-0. And sheet C is still throwing their last stone, so we don't know what's going on in the second end there. Meanwhile, Laura Yee getting ready to throw her second stone at the end. We have 2 stones in the house, top 12 foot. Yellow stone pretty much on the center line. Red stone over to the right just a little bit. Laura's being asked to remove that yellow stone that's on the center line. She looks like she might be a little wide. She's going to get a piece of that. She gets a piece. And shooter rolls out. I'm not sure. Yes, the yellow stone does in fact get out, so it was a nice little hit and peel. I don't think the hit and peel was exactly what they were asking for, but got the job done.
And
So Ben Langworthy getting ready to throw his first stone here.
you know what's impressive about you, Alan, is that you know all their names.
I wrote them down.
Oh, you wrote them down. Well, that's cheating then.
Yes, it is.
That's much less impressive.
I do in fact cheat.
Like everybody from New England.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's an admission right there.
You hate us because you ain't us.
No. I'm Michigan, so I am us. Like Brady is all me, but no.
Yeah, but didn't he suck when he was playing for you?
He won us a Rose Bowl, so we'll take it.
Okay, it's about the only one Michigan ever did win, so okay.
Oh, that's funny. He's cute, eh?
I went to high school in Detroit. It's all good.
I'm sorry about that. Yet somehow you're
Me
still
too.
able to do all this stuff.
I know, right?
That's shocking. Our audience in Michigan, all 6 of them just dropped.
Just dropped off.
Yeah.
So who is that?
Boy, Bob threw that
Bob
hard.
Purcell definitely delivered some solid
That
high
is
heat.
le whack.
That is, he is expecting to go hard on that, and it's going to be a nose. It's already switched.
Oh, it's already switched.
It's already switched.
I'm not
It's
that
a
smart.
nose. It's a nose hit.
Le whack.
Took the yellow stone clean out. He is biting the top of the 12-foot, although if Ellen Lynch has anything to say about it, Ben Langworthy is about to render that not so much a case anymore.
Well, that would be a problem for later. Currently, this is the situation.
Correct. Currently,
Until right now.
I was going to say, currently the situation is Ben Langworthy is being asked to remove that stone.
It's like the thing with the cat in the box.
Schrodinger's curling stone is on the way. Except it was Langworthy that threw, not Schrodinger.
Could have been. And he whiffed. Swing and a miss.
The wave function has collapsed, and the stone is still in play.
Yeah.
See?
No sine wave for him.
No.
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 More of a tangent.
I was actually going with the whole.
Schrodinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We did everything all at once.
Yeah. We covered all of
It's
the
a
bases.
lot of math.
We covered all of the bases.
Curling's got a lot of math.
It's like physics and stuff.
It is physics and stuff.
Bob Purcell being asked to throw his second stone. You know what 2 + 2 means? This is the 4th stone at the end.
That's true. That's also math and physics and
Exactly. So he's being
stuff.
asked.
That looks a little light to me.
Which is probably why the sweepers got right on it. And they are trying to bring that in. He's being asked to split the house kind of high over on the left-hand side. He's Sweepers have kind of loosened up a little bit. Maybe it's being kind of glidey. It is gliding pretty well. It's actually going to make the house.
It's going to make, and
Actually,
it is going to split really
The
nicely.
sweepers did not have
That
to
went a
sweep
little
it anywhere
deeper than
near-
we thought.
Yeah, sweepers did not have to work that anywhere near as hard as they did, as it turns out.
Well, they might have guessed so, but then it crossed over to a line. So
That's
that line on the right side of the center, if you're looking at it from our point of view, was
a little slow.
a little slow. And
Not
then
so much
as
now.
it broke across the center,
Then
it
yep.
found a faster line on the other side.
So Matt Henning was actually being asked by Ellen Lynch to draw behind the guard. Well, it's actually guard. It's actually touching the 12-foot over here on the right.
To the corner.
Exactly. It's kind of 8-footish behind that stone.
No,
Actually,
it seems
it's
to
the
be
other
moving the
curl.
other way.
That wasn't the handle that I thought it was throwing, but okay, I guess she's trying to freeze us on that.
And it was trying to do a corner freeze,
which is what it
and,
did,
well,
yes,
it's pretty successful.
If I had to describe that stone, corner freeze would be the word I would use.
I wouldn't say frozen, but corner close. Not touching. Not touching.
Yeah, no, you're right. Corner pretty
Not
chilly, but
touching.
not
Kind of like
Not
siblings
touching.
in a car ride. Not
corner pretty chilly, but not actually frozen.
There you go. That sort of slushy phase.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That-
corner slush.
Quarter slushy.
It's a corner slush.
I think that's the newest flavor at 7-Eleven, actually.
I have a Slurpee shirt I'm going to wear on the next end.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm a big fan of the Slurpee.
Are you a big fan of the
Yeah,
Slurpee?
me and 7-Eleven go way back.
Go way back. Okay. So let's see what Nick Smith is going to do about the slushy
Le whack.
over in the back. Is that what he's doing? Is he hitting everything and making it go
Well,
by?
according to where the broom is and how hard he threw it, I'm guessing
that
yes.
implies that is the plan. Yes.
That appears to be Le whack.
That appears to be the plan. Sweepers are got on it because they're
Oh.
being told to hurry. I
The
think
call
she's
is to
concerned about an
sweep.
overcurl.
She wants to get the yellow and not the red.
She got
And
the
she
yellow.
got exactly what she wanted, the yellow and not
I
the
think
red.
she was hoping that the shooter wouldn't spill, but I don't know there was any way for the shooter to not spill. So
not that weight, not that angle.
yeah,
Not at that weight.
no. So they are laying 2, and it appears that Ellen Lynch is asking Matt Henning to put the freeze back, possibly 2 or 3 degrees colder.
2 or 3. I like that. As a measure of closeness.
Exactly.
That is clever.
You're welcome.
Let nobody say that Alan McNeil not a clever guy.
Hey, I've been known to do this once or twice.
Other people have said you're not that clever.
That's true. Other people are correct.
They're wrong. You've just demonstrated cleverness.
On the other hand, you know,
Matt seems to have flashed.
Matt seems to have not quite accomplished his desired goal.
He
So
flashed.
He did, in fact.
But he's a good dude.
It's fine. That's not a judgment of him as a person, just a judgment of the quality of that stone, which was suboptimal.
Hey man, everybody misses once in a while.
Exactly.
He's a proud curling club of Springfield member.
So Nick Smith is being asked, I believe, to just dump a third one in the house, basically. You
Well,
weren't-
according to Stephanie, it's got to be there.
You weren't hurt here earlier when it was mentioned that there's like 10 people who live in a very close
The
range in
Springfield Curling
Springfield.
Club is a subset of the Potomac Curling Club because quite a large number of Potomac curlers live in Springfield and all within about a mile or so of each other.
So although
And Matt used to be one of them, but he's moved.
So although Stephanie said it had to be right there, it ain't right there.
It was not right there.
It is in fact a guard. Now, it does probably guard the chili freeze.
The chili freeze,
Yes.
not the half smoke freeze.
No.
No. I feel like this curling match is getting in the way of an otherwise wonderful conversation.
That may be a
that
true
you and I
statement,
should be having.
but unfortunately, this is why we're here.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure that it
Is
did not.
anybody watching this?
I don't know the answer to your question.
TJ, is anybody watching this?
I have no idea.
no idea. If you're watching this, call me or tweet me at Chef Chip. You
Yeah, I was
can
gonna
tweet me
say.
at Chef Chip and let me know if you're watching
Is there a
and what you'd like me to cover.
Is there maybe a Chip Chat shirt involved or anything?
Yeah, if you tweet me about the curling coverage at Chef Chip, I'll give you 10% off Chip Chat merchandise.
So we actually have 15 people watching now,
15.
according to the Thingy What's It.
Thingy What's It?
Yes.
Are any of them people I care about?
We actually have commentary where a couple people noted that the camera was frozen earlier, which is probably why somebody came over and told me that the camera
That
was
seems
frozen,
like a TJ
which
problem.
is why we now have TJ
Yeah.
solving us from all of these problems. Meanwhile, Ellen Lynch not throwing her. Ellen Lynch having Matt Henning throw his second stone.
No, she threw that.
Did you?
Matt was doing the vice seat
Are you?
calling.
Yep, you're
feed.
right. Okay. My eyes, I may have had, once upon a time I had LASIK, but I don't think it took.
You had LASIK?
I did have LASIK back in April.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes, I was going to have my stomach stapled
Right,
instead I had
and
my
then
eyes
you had
worked on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which was better?
Depends on who you ask.
I mean, I'm so blind. Like, everybody says, "Oh, you should get the LASIK," but I'm also really touchy about my eyes.
So I
like,
will
I'm
tell
really
you
not
that if
into
you're
it.
if you're at all touchy about your eye, LASIK is not a fun time.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that.
Because one of the things that they do, they
Just
have you
touch
lay
your eye
down.
a lot.
They have you lay down on this table, and then they touch your eye with extreme prejudice. I mean, I'm talking. It felt like when they did it, it felt like they took a billiard ball, put it on my eyeball, and then had an elephant stand on the billiard ball.
Nah,
that is
dude.
approximately what it felt like.
Nah, the last time I went for like an exam, the lady come in with the machine to like puff you to see if you had glaucoma.
Yeah.
So they puffed me,
Yep.
and it took like a couple tries because I blinked.
Sure.
And she was like, "Well, it come back a little iffy, so we got to do another test."
Right.
So she come back with the other test and shine the light and put the thing and it poked me in the eye.
Right.
And I was real uncomfortable and I was pissed off and everything. And then to top it all off, she was like, "No, you don't have glaucoma."
Okay. Well, that's good.
No, I was pissed. I was like, I went through all of that. At least you could just give me a card that says I have glaucoma so I can get some weed. But she was like, "No, you have no glaucoma and you're healthy." And that was like ruined everything.
All right. So speaking of ruining everything, Stephanie Erstad's stone wrecked on the two guards up front and just became
Still
a center
looks
line
like
guard.
red sitting too.
Red is sitting too. So I guess everything is not ruined, just a large chunk of everything.
Well, I mean, too.
Yeah.
Back to the fact that I should have a card that says I don't want glaucoma. I just want a card that says I have glaucoma.
I can give you a card, but that and 50 cents.
If you're an
gets you covered.
ophthalmologist listening in, you should give me a card that says the thing.
We'll get right on that.
Yeah. TJ, what's the comment say? Are they going to give me a card?
This comment says that they think it's not a commentary, but a cry for help.
It's not crying for help. I mean, I
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna back TJ up on this one. I think.
they have help.
Meanwhile, Ellen Lynch is gonna try. Actually, it looks like what Ellen's gonna try to do is she's gonna try to draw behind the newly provided center cover. Or no, actually, I take that statement back. She's gonna try to hit that stone in the back of the 12-foot.
I think that's what the call looks like.
Or is that just a really
Drawing
wide draw
widely
line?
around all of the guards
Hey, why
to
not draw
the
the-
one piece of backing
Yeah,
that
why
has
there.
to
not
be a hit.
draw? Why not
The
draw
giant
the other
port
way?
to the right side? I have no idea. This
That-
is
I
iffy.
do not understand this call.
This is iffy.
And that is not draw weight.
No, it had to be a
This
hit.
is a hit.
It's a hit. It's
But-
a hit to the back. They're going
And
for the
sweepers are called
backing.
for.
Well, it is shot
Sweepers are on it
rock.
hard. Well, sure, but
If it gets around the guards and it gets
which
to
it did
and
not.
it wrecked.
Disaster.
It wrecked. We
That
have,
was by far the most risky call you
I
could
don't.
make there.
That was I do not understand that call at all. And don't get me wrong. As a skip, I have made some questionable calls over the years. but-
yeah, definitely, I can attest to that.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, that
I am befuddled.
I'm perhaps,
Confounded
I am perhaps
even.
even bemused.
Well, not yet. It's not that funny.
Okay, good point. But Stephanie Erstad's looking to cash in on the question.
Weight expert John Hill has lost his hat,
Whoops.
and he is attempting to retrieve it. No worries. No worries.
Everybody okay?
Retrieval successful.
All right. So Stephanie Erstad is looking to take advantage of the
Mistake. The mistake. Let's
questionable-
just call it a
Let's be
mistake.
charitable and say questionable decision.
So this is a touch pain for 3.
It is exactly a touch paid for 3, and
And the wide open to the right side for a right-handed curler.
Yeah.
This is literally handing her a 3-point.
it certainly should.
Now,
be,
as long as she doesn't check her this, she's going to be fine.
which it might be.
The
Like
sweepers are worried about it,
on
but look, there's no harm in
well,
being deep.
what
I'm
the
concerned
harm
about
might
the
be is
waves.
possibly nicking that top red one and not rolling in.
No, they're
Okay.
all going to split on. I mean, there's no harm in that, and that's
yes,
a 3
that is a
red.
3. That is a 3 red. Bringing the score 4-2.
I know how to math.
Your math ability astonishes me. I just feel like that was not the ideal way to accomplish that, but it gets the job done. So
External
truthfully-
expert John Hale reminds us that she needed that to stay around.
Well, sure, but she could have thrown it lighter and it would have been fine.
She could have tried to draw for it, but she went for the pro side play. The call was probably a draw, but she
I'm-
made it look cool.
I'm about 97% sure.
Look, curling is 99% about making it look cool,
When you
which is a heavy lift considering it's curling and not cool.
Kind of
And ivory soap is 99.44% pure.
That's true.
pure what they don't say.
It just says pure.
It could be, for all we know, it could be pure babies.
Could be pure bacon fat.
Might be
That'd
actually
be
pure
awesome.
bacon fat.
I mean,
because-
that's
'cause
an
soap is-
expensive way to make
'cause
soap, but
because soap is fat,
fat and lye
and
usually, yeah.
Okay, I have
But
to ask
bacon
the
fat's expensive.
I have to ask the question based on the live chat. Which one of us do you feel is slightly more sober?
Actually, I'm drinking Coke.
Yeah,
so
define slightly.
I'm drinking Coke, so I'm stone cold sober.
Yeah, wait a minute. What's up with that, man? I would challenge any of you to a Rex Tillerson IQ test right now.
I'm not even sure what that is. I'm scared to
Remember
ask.
that the Dangerous
Obviously.
Pumpkin told everybody that he would take an IQ test to see whether he was smarter than Rex Tillerson, who called him a flippin' moron.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you now.
That's a real thing.
That is a real thing.
No, I don't.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I think we're all pretty close to sober,
I
or at least rational.
If I'm not sober, I have to talk to the Coca-Cola
You
bottling
need to talk to the
company.
fine folks in Atlanta
Yeah,
about.
maybe it's 0 sugar, lots of alcohol. I
Yeah,
hadn't
it
considered
could
that.
be.
I can consider that possibility. Let's see here.
Well, and you don't have to list alcohol in nutritional labeling.
You don't?
No,
Oh.
there's no requirement for alcohol labeling by the FDA.
I am frightened by that fact.
That's
Okay.
true.
Above
Yes.
the roll time.
All right, so let's see. Have other games scored? Hey, Linda Kirkman got one in the third. Good news for her. Bad news, down 6-1.
Oh,
Yahtzee. Yeah, so we do not have
to
a third
Tramelton, no less.
We do not have a third end score on C, mostly because they're still in the third end.
Whoa, over on D,
D.
looking a little painful.
D is hanging a number. D's hanging a number 2.
Whoa.
That brings it to
7-0.
with Todo El Camino.
Todo el camino está
Yelling orders in Spanish on the
ganando.
sheet.
Meanwhile, Laura Yee actually executed a very nice tap split
That's
to
a-
take the Yellowstone out. She has the
It's
house
not
very
quite
beautifully split.
on the button. I got it.
You got it? All right. But, I mean, that's a very nicely split house. If I had to choose words to describe that, split house would, in fact, be 2 of the words I would use.
Both of them.
Yeah, probably. And
So Yellow went for the one hit,
got
well
it, and
executed.
the shooter
hit and
is-
stuck around.
is sticking around way over there on the edge where it's going to get ignored for a while, but could really matter at the
You
end.
really
of the
can't
end.
argue with that. So Red's going to try to protect their rock, but even if they do, there's that double run back, pop out unless they're like dead onto the nose,
I know exactly what you're saying. So let's see what is this 1 of the seconds now? Is that Ben or is that no? That's Bob, isn't it? Yeah, Bob Purcell getting ready to throw his second.
So if
first down.
he doesn't line this up directly with that red one, Yellow's got an easy double.
So are they called it for the guard, or did she want to bring it into a freeze? on her
Well,
own?
it looked like she was calling top house.
Sweepers on early.
Sweepers are on early. This is a recipe for an overcurl because it's already pretty well inside.
It looks heavier than they think it is.
I think that was a line sweep.
And
I don't
it
think that
is-
was a weight sweep.
It
That was
is
completely a line
curling
sweep.
heavy, and it's gonna touch. It's gonna touch paint, I think.
And it's going to be in front of the other one. Actually,
And it's
a
in.
very
Oh no!
the sweepers
Maybe
made
did
that a
not
very-
touch paint.
It is not touching
That
paint.
is a great guard.
But it is a beautiful guard. It is
Nice and tight and not doubled out.
And it's about to go the way of the dodo.
and it's going to get
They're
at
about
the
to
very
do-
least peeled with extreme prejudice.
So that's a crime in like 17 states.
Only 17?
Yeah.
Is Maryland one of those?
No.
Oh.
But
Well, then-
Alabama, definitely a crime.
Actually, I would think in Maryland, in Alabama, doing anything with prejudice is perfectly okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But that would be politics, and we're going to avoid politics here a little bit.
Why not? Oh,
got
the attempt at the double.
I don't think I think he was actually intending to just peel the guard, but
Not at that weight.
yeah, good point. Regardless, the redstone in the forefoot of the house is not perfectly covered anymore. It is mostly covered, but it's also by Yellowstone, so it's certainly raisable if that's how the game plays out later. However, Stephanie is asking Bob Purcell.
So we have
to
a lot
draw
of
another winner.
confusion here because you've got a red rock that's covered by a yellow stone.
Yep, and there's another Yellowstone over on the side there, looking clean and innocent way on the outside.
So, to be perfectly clear, Red Rocks is in Nevada. It's not covered by Yellowstone, which is in Wyoming.
Well, but isn't Wyoming north of Nevada? North of?
I mean, it's north and like substantially off to the side.
Is it substantially off to the side?
It's not even like doable, man. Like geographically, unless you drew like some weird line from like Toronto through like
Dude,
the parks.
I flunked geography, dude, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I won a state geography bee in Virginia.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing. That's a
Okay.
real thing.
So,
It is Virginia.
so it's
In
speaking
the
of,
Commonwealth of Virginia. No, you know how I won? I knew where Fairfax and Arlington County was. And they were like, point it on a map. And I was like, there. And they're like, you win.
I don't think it
Wow.
really counts because it's not a state.
It's a Commonwealth and a state.
regardless, there is a yellow stone working its way down the sheet.
Jellystone.
It was thrown by Ben Langworthy. It is being asked to remove at least some sort of the stuff
That's
up
got
front.
some serious
It's
weight,
gonna
but you know
peel its
that's
own
going to
guard.
peel itself.
It peeled
That's
its
the
own
peel
guard.
of shame right there.
Well, yes, but it was probably necessary.
If you guys want to know about curling, you should follow at Peel of Shame on the Twitter, by the way. It is your non-stop, one-stop shop for all things curling. At Peel of Shame.
I wonder who's behind Peel of Shame. Who's behind Peel of Shame?
Some jerk.
Yeah, there you go.
It's your Twitter, is it?
No, it's not his Twitter.
No. Some jerk's Twitter.
I mean, it would have to be a lead of some kind because only a lead can
That's
peel of shame.
seconds throw Peels of Shame occasionally,
No.
not as often.
We throw the whack.
In this case, I can inform you it is a lead.
Okay.
Here's
So,
some inside intel.
so yeah, exactly. That sounds like information that I'm probably not allowed to know. Oh well. So
That's about to just tap up to be sitting 2-3 red.
although it is
That is a 3 red.
Oh.
so there is enough.
That is an easy double.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly.
That
where I
is
was
a
heading at.
double that is so easy that one Nick Datlow could throw it.
I think Nadaglo could throw that double and several others next to it with the same stone. That's how
Nick
easy that double
Datlow
is.
could throw a double thinner than Kate Winslet. Like, that's how sharp he is.
Well, so here's the big question:
Yeah.
Is Matt Henning capable of throwing this double?
Look, it appears to be.
I'm not 100%
I'm not so
sure because I
sure.
think he's.
It's at least got the one.
I think he's got the top
That's
one.
a
He's not
kapow!
Oh.
That is Lewak Uno, but no Lewak Dos.
But also spin over to be second stone over there. Sort
And
of behind the
undercover.
over exactly. But
That's visible from the that's visible from the right
it's
hand of the
actually
pack.
pretty visible
a
from the
nice
back.
clean pick, according to double expert Nick Datlow.
Sure, it's a clean pick, but that wasn't what he was looking for. He was not looking for the pick. Sure, but he didn't. He needed
If
a double.
there's anybody that needs a clean pick, it's
So
your
you should
nose.
See, yeah, well, no, or you could possibly see your orthodontist.
That's your nose.
Because it could be a tooth. It could be a tooth thing too,
That's true. That could have been, yeah.
or it could be a figure skater and a
Or
toe
your
pick.
dentist. Yo, next door, I went to the restroom and just out of nowhere, somebody just like jumped up.
Oh! Would you
Ooh.
have believed that a stone could have done that?
A toe pick and like spun about 18 times in front of my face. I was astounded and a little frightened.
How did they do that without vomiting? And I'm actually seriously questioning that.
I don't know, but it scared the hell out of me
I
because
bet.
I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
And you know, one of the nice things about where the curling club is located, it shares the Gardens Ice house.
True statement.
And one of the best things about that is that occasionally when you go next door to use the restroom, you can see adorable little kids falling on the ice,
Right.
attempting to ice skate. I gotta say, as a grown-up and as a father, there's nothing cuter or funnier than little kids falling on the ice.
I imagine that's probably a true statement.
It is really adorable. But also you can see the coaches fishing for children.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, they have this apparatus to help them
Yes.
when they're jumping up and doing like the turns
Yeah,
and
then
spins
it
in the
looks
air.
like there's no possible way that could be of any assistance whatsoever, and yet it apparently matters.
But it looks like a giant fish pole rigged through some pulleys in the ceiling
Yeah,
and
and
tied to
somehow-
a harness.
Yeah.
So here comes the grown-up like skating along beside the kid, and then he jumps up and spins around, and the coach she catches him and pulls him back on the thing so he doesn't wipe out.
Yeah.
And it looks like she just caught a kid out of the
oh,
ice.
I got a 52-pound 6-year-old.
Yeah, that's
All
right. Yeah, it's
All
adorable.
right. So meanwhile, back to the curling.
Nobody cares about curling.
Yeah, we got 17 viewers, 15, who might care a little. So in the meantime, we have 3 Yellowstones in the house. Stephanie Erstad is preparing to attempt to get rid of at least a couple of them. And yes, Chip, I do know what I signed up
Yeah.
for. And I promised that I would
It's
at
a
least
lot
try
of
to
yellow
keep,
rocks.
It is. I promised I would at least try to keep you at least vaguely on topic. So far, I'm
On
feeling.
topic.
So far, I'm feeling.
It's talking about
miserably.
ice sports.
True. That's better than I usually do.
It's like way on topic. Do you know how hard it is to keep me on any topic?
I do.
Look at this shot. That is money. Right in the clutch,
If
man.
Nick can get the sweeping.
Hustle!
I think the mission.
It's
mission
definitely
accomplished.
one red.
It's two.
It's two
red.
It looks like 2 red.
I'm
You can
saying
look at it on the
I'm
screen. It's 2
calling it 2 red right now. Neither of them are open.
Well,
Neither-
after sitting 2 yellow with 1 red in the back, that was a serious
that was
shot.
a seriously well executed shot.
A little more weight, you would have been real good.
Well, this is good enough though because I don't see any realistic shot to get rid of both of those red stones.
I agree.
Although yellow does have 2 stones to play with, so I suppose they could get rid of one now and
You
one
should
with the
not
next
play
stone,
with your
but-
stones in front of people.
You know, it's curling. You're supposed to. It's expected.
Just a jostle.
It's part of the social convention. You know?
Oh, is it socially
It's socially
conventional?
Socially conventional.
Yeah, to play with your stones in front of people.
Ellen Lynch preparing to take out the top of those red stones. Roll behind the cover, I think, is probably a plan to try
It's
to get.
a plan.
And it's probably the plan they're playing for, maybe. Because anything else is wide open, and that would be a poor choice. So that's got to be what's.
Well, there's a draw around, but they're not calling
That's
it.
not the line. Yeah.
No, I understand that they're
She does
throwing
have-
it. I'm
she
saying
does
that
have-
the draw is available if they want to go for it again. Whoa!
She
It's
does
got
have
a
the
lot of
hammer.
weight.
That has
Nobody's
a lot of
touching
weight.
it. That
It
seems
needs to come
iffy.
back a little bit
You know, when the
more.
sweepers aren't on
Well,
it,
you know, but it's going to come back. It's going to at least get a piece
you got
of
the
that
one.
red. Is it going to stick around? It's
Too
coming
thin,
over,
too thin, too thin.
Yeah.
Not true.
Well, it's sticking around.
Too thin.
So here's the thing: is that Stephanie's actually needs to make a really good shot because otherwise she's like going to give another 4.
So
Strangely enough, that's exactly what I was going
Nick
to say.
Nick Datlow has
Datlow,
an
who's not on a
interesting.
headset.
No, he has an interesting point here. Is that Stephanie's got the shot here that she has to make, or she's looking at giving
Get
up
before.
4.
Exactly. And I'm not 100% sure what shot you throw to protect.
Well,
your
you
one.
have to. You got to play this backwards. Okay, you have to throw something that they can't pitch out the back, because you've got no cover to hide under.
Yeah, that's well,
Okay.
Actually, that's not true. You do have a piece of cover. There is that. There is.
You have
the yellow
nothing
guard.
that you can hide under, and you can maybe let them take 1 if they sit on you.
So,
So
Chip-
you throw to the button in front of the backing and hope that they can't pick you out. But
So,
if you're heavy and you sit in the crotch, you're safe.
Chip, what you're missing is there actually is something you can hide behind. There is a yellow guard guarding the 8-foot on the left-hand side.
Too
You
high
can hide
up.
behind that.
Way too high up. Way too high. And then they could outdraw you. If you set it behind the guard, you force them to draw to 1. But if you set it in with the backing, they go for the wreck and they miss. You can steal 1.
Well, that's not what Nick's got the broom lined up for.
He's wrong.
The broom is definitely lined up for probably trying to draw behind that guard. And
Other Nick, what do you think?
Or are they coming? Or are they coming? Or are they coming to sit in the pocket?
Drawing the shot at the very top of the
That seems very heavy for a draw.
If you can get like just the 8 foot, so you're 1 and 2 separated by 8 feet of ice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Drawing to the split looks like an opportunity.
And
It is moving.
Is it gonna get behind?
I
the
don't think
guard?
so. It's
I
going
don't
to
think
sit
so
right
either.
out there. Trouble.
Oh.
Well,
That is trouble.
how is it trouble?
I think it
An
is out in the
easy
open.
pitch it out and stick around, man.
For one, that's not trouble.
No, it's definitely there.
Just a little outside.
Yeah, getting 1 is there, but red's perfectly fine with giving yellow.
No,
1
you
right now.
thin the red to the outside on the left. You pitch them both out. You sit 4 yellow. It's totally there. It's a long double, but it's doable.
It's a long double. I don't know. Yes, a shot at a double is there.
You take the
but-
chance. If you reckon you nose it, you get the 1. What's the worst that can happen? The yellow's got a chance at 4 here.
I mean, and they know it. That's what they're calling.
So they're lining up the physics. Oh, wow. Yeah. So meanwhile, on the 4th end is done over on sheet A.
Goo.
And another big number, another big pointy number from Hamilton. It is now 10-1 over there after 4.
Tramilton
We
is whooping ass over there.
Right. We also have a fourth end score over on sheet D, where it is now 8-2, I believe, 1. Meanwhile, the stone is on its way. The sweepers are working it hard. We're looking for that double that Chip was all about. You have
You
to
got to
do
work
it.
that stone hard
It's
to get
coming
that
hard.
double.
I think he's too much outside.
Nope, he wicked the
Chip doesn't
guard
go.
in. They're going to roll in to get the
Gone
one.
out.
Oh, no, it's too deep, and Red got
Skip
away
is
with
that.
it.
Red does a steal. Red does, in fact, steal one. The stone did stay stopped. Red did not steal the second point. It was only
Well,
a
they
steal
went
of
for the
one.
hard play, and they missed.
Right. So that brings our score to 5-2 after 4 ends. At the halftime break, as it were. So just for those of you who win that pretty fast, here's the game situations going all around. Sheet A, 10-1, Hamilton over Kirkman. Sheet B, 5-2, Erstad over Cespedes for the rest of us. Sheet C, still playing the fourth end, currently 2-1 after 3 in favor of Havana Good Time. Sheet D, actually, when I said it was 8-1 earlier, I lied. It's actually 8-0. Todo El Camino over Sticker Shock.
That's Mane.
Hmm?
That's Mane.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you say everything in Spanish from now on.
Yeah, good luck with that. My 15 seconds of high school Spanish is not going to do us very well at all.
Por el resto de nosotros podemos decir el camino, el todo del camino, all of the truck,
Uh-huh.
or all of
All
the
the
walking,
way.
depending on how you read that.
All the way.
Está pegando el culo del
Sticker Shock.
sticker shock. They're kicking their ass.
Yes, there is in fact rear end foot applying occurring
Applying the foot
to the rear end.
to the culo.
I don't know if it's culo or not culo.
Culo is Spanish
I'm
for the.
I realize that you could be completely making this up, and I'd have to nod my head and go.
I'm literally not making that up.
you literally could be. I don't know.
I could be, but I'm not because
I
I speak Spanish and Mexican
I'm just saying I can't prove you wrong.
and Salvadorian and a little Peruvian.
But this is Cuban, and you should be speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I can speak Cuban too. It involves yelling at me for learning Spanish.
Okay. So, meanwhile, we are throwing the fifth end. First stone is on its way. Actually, it's the second stone because the first stone went through the house.
Flashed.
And
Second rock stuck around, touching the 8.
Yep, over here on the right-hand side.
Está tochando el 8.
Kind of wide.
El ocho.
But it is, and Stephanie looking to make it go bye-bye.
You want me to do this end in Spanish?
Sure. If you want to hear Chip do this end in
Sí,
Spanish,
voy a
push
hacerlo
the SAP button
ahorita.
on your television now.
Yeah. Press the SAP button. I said that in Spanish, but because you pressed the button, it sounded like it in English. That's how that
Wow,
works.
Joey. We got technologies and everything. All right, Laura Yee looks like she's
Se
going to
lo
tip the outside this
tira
a little bit, which means she's going to roll out and
Por la fuera
all the way
y
out.
se pega y está fuera.
So we have a clean house after the lead stones.
Una
three of the lead stones.
casa limpia. Con ni nada allá. Está blanco. Aquí viene la piedra amarilla.
Phoebe's second stone on the way.
Sí. El segundo piedra amarilla.
La segunda.
One sweeper on it. It's just kind of keeping it clean. The second sweeper comes in all of a sudden. The first, and then both sweepers go away. So I don't know what that means.
Con tanta pesa está bien afuera.
Looks like she's basically put back the stone
No,
over
está
on
atrás.
the left-hand side. No, right-hand
No,
side.
ya
rather.
está
Up
al
in the full
frente. Sí.
Up in the full 12 foot. Which I believe Bob Purcell is being asked to remove.
Va a sacar.
Being asked to make it go bye-bye.
Sí. Por adiós. Se tira con. Con rápidamente.
Bob Purcell definitely brought the heat.
Con el calefacción.
little whitish at the moment. No, it looks like it's going to be a nose. He's probably going to stick.
Se pega en la nariz.
Pretty much a nose hit stick.
Y se
Full
fue
12
amarillo.
over on the right.
Y el rojo todavía está.
As Ben Langworthy, rather, I'm sorry, prepares to draw behind it is what he's being asked to do.
Sí.
So, nope, we're still throwing the fourth end over on C. They're playing a little slow.
Son despacio.
Some might go so far as to say they are tardy.
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 Can't say that anymore.
I think I just did.
No, it's insensitive, man.
Get over it. So he is asked to draw around the. They're trying to act as though it's a guard. Gonna
Zero chance.
Not quite Barry. It is fully exposed in the 8-foot. It is technically currently the shot stone.
Está expulsado.
The likelihood of that stone being there in 37.2 seconds is within rounding error of 0.
What if it's like 39, man? It's way more than rounding error 0.
Trust me. The stone will be gone. Unless Bob absolutely positively messes up, which is a thing that could occur. But I'd be willing to bet it doesn't.
I don't know, the broom moved right there at the end.
And Bob Stone is not coming off the center line very well. He might have. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes.
And
He's got
Stephanie
the-
caught him on the sweep.
He's got the
Got
hit.
the
He did not roll under.
nice
He rolled
punch, though.
Rolled to the 4-foot. Lion 2.
Still made the hit.
Made the hit. So my statement that Stone was going to go bye-bye was correct.
Correct.
So. And
We'll give you a cookie.
Yay, I like cookies. Ben Langworthy definitely being asked to hit that. I'm pretty sure he would like to roll behind the not exact guard over there as well to get some cover.
At this point, it's a corner guard.
Yeah, but
It's a
actually he's
hit
gotta
and
chip it
roll
out.
all the way out.
Yeah, he
Hey,
rolled.
it's not the worst.
He rolled into the back of the house. Problem is the house he rolled into the back of was sheet C.
Nice.
So not terribly useful.
Clever.
Thank you.
Clever dude.
Thank you, thank you.
TJ, how many people are watching us now?
12.
12?
I blame you.
Don't they have better stuff to do?
Apparently all of them.
That's-
Apparently
we
the other
haven't
5
decided
did
that,
because they're
yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Smith throwing a stone that's being asked to draw for a house split, I'm guessing. But it feels swiftish to me. He sits in the back 12. So that's under control. 2 in the house right now, both in 12-foot for Team Erstad. As Matt Henning being asked to, I believe he's being asked to freeze to the stone in the back 12. It's a good call. Sweepers got on it pretty much on the release. I'm not sure if that's just keeping it clean because they don't want it to pick or if they actually think he's light. That's the skip's doing the get off and I want some curl. Stone's not cutting yet. Okay, here comes the cut. Still has to curl more. Sweepers are on it as though they think it's short. They're right. It is short. It's getting real close. It's going to be, doesn't quite make it all the way to freeze. It's in the full 4-foot. It is in front of that red stone that they wanted to freeze to, but it's far enough away it could very easily be chipped out, which is pretty much what it appears Stephanie's looking at. She's just calculating the angles. Okay, she wants to hit, yep. What she wants to do is she wants to chip it out. She'd like to have Nick Smith roll his stone over into the 12-foot. At least that's the plan. Nick Smith in the house, sliding out, delivering the stone. It is on its way.
With a good amount of weight there.
A lot of weight, and it actually feels like he threw it a little wideish. It's not starting to come back yet. I don't think he's got it. If anything, he might chip his out. He's going to chip his out in the back. Yes, he did.
Disaster.
That is not what he wanted to happen. So yellow is now sitting 1. Red does have the second stone up in the top 12, but that stone was not successfully removed. So Alan Lynch asking Matt Henning to put a stone, call that I heard her say was top 12 would be great in front of their existing stone in the 4-foot. So asking for a scoring guard, basically. Stone is on its way. One sweeper just kind of keeping it a little clean. Matt stood up looking a little disgusted with himself. I'm not sure he's happy with his stone, and he shouldn't be because it's not coming over far enough. It's a little deep. It's also in the 4-foot, but it's in a range where a double could in fact be a thing which could occur.
Could be.
So welcome back to. And so it looks like that's exactly what Stephanie Erstad's looking at. She's talking with Nick Smith about where the line wants to be for a successful removal of both stones.
Otherwise known as a double.
Exactly known as a double. I can't really tell from my angle because Laura Yee's in the way. If she noses the top one, I think they both go bye-bye.
It looks like you got to get a little thinner nose.
Little to the inside of the nose?
Just to the inside of the nose. Probably at like the 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I feel like there might be enough overlap.
Nose will go straight through. You've got to get just left the nose.
Okay.
So it's got to curl just across the
okay.
face, but not by much.
There is daylight there. Okay.
Not by much.
Excuse me. So that is the call, and the broom is.
It's tight,
It's
but
tight,
they're calling big
but-
weight. You know, it's a double.
Yeah. I mean, you want to take out the ice curve, which you do. You know, the ice is pretty swingy at low weight, but you get up to about normal hit or up, and it'll stay pretty straight.
Way out. Way out.
Nick apparently disagrees with you.
Well, now. Oh, it's finally. It's going to get right to the. It's still outside.
Whoa! Why is the cameras moving like crazy? The heck?
Because the dehues just
Oh,
started.
the dehumus. Okay.
It's blowing the wind around.
Is that what
But,
it was?
I
believe
No,
you.
they're not.
or somebody punched it.
Don't know.
The overhead. I'm not having a seizure, right? The height.
No.
The cameras
That
did in
was
fact move.
moving.
Okay. Just checking to make sure that I'm not dying.
No,
or
I'm
something.
drinking enough to know that was moving and I wasn't.
Okay.
And so they ended up
They got
just
the top one.
just outside of nose. Actually, they
Yeah,
ended up
sure did.
worse than
They didn't come
inside of
across,
nose.
Yeah. So yellow's lying one.
And red is guarding them.
guarding most of it. There's a little bit exposure on the inside,
So
but not much.
now the hard thing for red would be to look for that run back, and yellow's going to try to make it
Yeah,
difficult for them to make that shot.
So, you know what I would almost do if I was yellow? I'd just kind of nudge that red stone over a little bit
And get it out of the way so that run back isn't
It's
there.
not there.
Yeah.
and sit pretty much there, because if you,
You
run
could
the yellow
probably
back,
wick it and sit on,
yeah.
and still not sit like
And they do
looking
have
like a
they
double.
do have the hammer, and it's still early enough in the game. A 2 is perfectly fine.
Sure.
So sweepers got on this. They want to hit the inner
It
corner.
looks white. It looks like they're trying to
And
get
it looks like it's
around
gonna
it. It looks like it's
overcurl
going
as
to
a
wreck.
result.
It's wrecking, dude.
I think it might even be past wreck.
Nope. Right on it. And it's going to
Ooh,
nudge it in
that's
to red sitting
ugly.
shot.
That's ugliness.
That is not what they meant to do.
Yellow does have hammer, but that's going to be hard as heck to chip that out of there anyhow.
Well, red's got the opportunity to block it up.
Block it up, and even if they don't block it up, I'm
They
just saying
still have
chipping
the
that-
backing
I'm
is-
saying
is a
chipping
little
that
difficult.
chipping that up is not a thing of
The only
ease.
way to get it would be from the right, and it'd have to be pretty thin.
Or I suppose you could blast it straight with a lot of weight, trust the shoot and stick for 2. But even
No
that's
chance.
not
Unless you're a
guaranteed.
take curler, no chance.
Well, some of us are.
Yeah.
No, there's a line there to get to the nose.
I'd curl across the face to the right and with some serious weight, like real tight to the rock,
well,
and try to punch it. But we're not even there yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stephanie Erstad's trying to make
she's
it so
gonna
you can't
she's
do
gonna
that,
block it up so that
Yeah.
that they don't have any option.
because she's perfectly fine with stealing 1 right now.
Absolutely. What, with that big a lead? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. When you're up by 3, steal 1, perfectly fine.
Up by 3.
5 to 2. That would be up by 3. Wouldn't
Oh
it?
yeah. I don't know how to math.
Subtraction is hard and everything, but 5 minus 2 is 3 in all the number systems I'm familiar with.
At that Common Core math, I don't know how to do
exactly.
it.
So she is, however, planning on guarding up in front of that to one degree or another.
It does not look like enough weight.
Well, the sweepers definitely got on it quickly, which means it's going to be straight. I don't think it's going to. I think even if they make the distance, I don't think it's going to cut enough.
Well, it would swing at the very end on this line.
And
the way
here
that
comes,
it's
and here
been
comes,
going.
here comes said swing, and that hole not heavy enough.
And now it is.
Is she going to tip herself out? No.
Oh no!
Ooh.
So now there's a jam.
No. Now there's a double. Yes.
You gotta throw that awfully hard.
Just inside this. Yes, correct. But just inside the center of that red, so you get about a third of the back red.
Sure.
Top red scoots out. Back red scoots out. Yellowstone ends up sitting there on the center line. That becomes
maybe
a three,
depending on what happens with the shooter.
Almost definitely 3, because you want to pull it off by getting 2/3 of that red stone. So the Yellowstone's not going to have enough momentum left to go anywhere.
It's there, but you got to throw that awful hard.
True statement, but basically they've got a shot to tie the game.
Sure enough.
If Ellen Lynch executes this perfectly.
All right,
it
who's
can
watching on the thing, TJ? I bet him a 6-pack that she don't make it.
I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying the shot's there.
No. I bet. Ask him who wants to take a bet. A 6-pack. 1 6-pack from Chip.
If you want to bet that 6-pack, say something now in the live chat.
You got about 10 seconds. And the betting window is
Closed.
Yeah, the double's there if she makes it. She's got the weight. She's got to come across the center line. She doesn't even touch the center line.
Enough.
It's starting to move.
It's
I
don't think it's going to get there.
I think she
Do not think it's going to get there.
Get to the top part and then
just
she
the top
cut down
one.
to 1.
Cut him to 1.
That's better than nothing. But,
Courageous cut.
Better than nothing, but significantly worse than could have happened. So that brings the score to
Sure enough.
6-2 after 5 ends.
6-2 after 5 ends in curling.
Well, it would also be 6-2 after 5 ends of bocce, but we're playing curling.
Nobody likes curling.
A lot of people like curling.
Well, it's 6 of them.
12 apparently.
12 people like curling.
They like curling enough to be here on a Friday night at 7:15.
Yeah. Hey, you losers, don't you have something better to do with your time or dates or something? Don't listen to me and Alan.
Don't insult the audience.
Why not? Don Rickles has been doing it for a century.
He's dead.
Only barely. And he's pretty good at it. And, nobody listens to this show.
All right, so do we have any 5th end scores other than the game? Yes, we do.
Yep.
So Sheet D has finished their 5th end, and it's just not getting any better.
It's
if you are Sticker Shock.
10 to zilch.
Sticker Shock is looking at the situation and going,
They are in Sticker Shock.
Yes, exactly. They are in Sticker Shock.
Todo el camino está ganando de todo.
I believe Toto El Camino has gone to the back to talk to their manager and see what they can do to get you into that vehicle. But it is just, but they're sitting there going, I
Están
don't think we
buscando la
got this.
cerveza porque van a comprar toda esa cerveza por el equipo amarillo porque nunca puede contar ninguno puntos.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. They're going to look for the beer because they know the yellow team can't score any points.
Yeah, I think it's looking as though that game may be over shortly.
Yeah. Bien pronto.
So I actually know some of the curlers on Team Sticker Shock.
Are you a little surprised?
I'm a little surprised. I mean, in curling, when things start to go bad, they tend to go very bad very quickly. So
yeah, it's one of the things.
They could just be having one of those games.
It could have a game where they were like, just Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah,
like
just everything that could possibly go wrong appears to have.
Well, and it starts with one bad mistake, and you try to claw it back. And
Exactly,
then,
and then you're opening yourself up, and and it's just not, like I said, it's just not getting any better.
This Red Rock is having a tough time maintaining its handle.
Did we get a handle switch? Is that what happened
It
there?
looked like it. It looked like it reversed handle.
It turned the one center guard that they had into one center guard and one technically corner guard. That's about a corner guard over here on the right, as opposed to a center.
I'd call them both like center-ish.
I feel like the one on the right is a corner guard. I feel like that's a corner guard.
I mean, they're both. It's within the 3,
without
but
defining itself.
yeah, let the guards define themselves, man. Don't assign them identity.
No, I am all about it. I'm sorry. You must continue being the quality of rock that you were on being thrown.
Yeah. You know, if you want to
So-
be trans rock, that's cool.
you
Like,
know.
we support that.
Yeah, it's true. We have a policy and everything.
Yeah.
So
I thought we were
meanwhile,
working on the policy.
well, yeah, it's true. We are. Boy, are we.
How hard can that policy be? Show up.
Actually, surprisingly enough, the hardest part is we don't own our bathrooms.
Well, who cares?
That's
We're
a
not
hard
sure.
part.
We're not sure if the Ice House cares. We're trying to find the answer. to
Go
that question
pee.
No, but that is a fair question. That's a difficult angle
I-
that most
I
organizations
can-
don't deal with.
out. Our position is please do. We're not
Yeah.
sure if that's going to cause drama with our
I
co-tenants.
couldn't care less.
Well,
Go pee.
they might care. So we're
Seems
covering
like
all
a them problem.
We're attempting to cover
How
all
about
our
I
bases.
pee on the outside of their building until they care?
That's an option. But
That
we're
seems
we're
fair.
attempting to be good neighbors, and we're making sure that they're cool. We're expecting that they
All
are.
right, the official
Making
position,
sure.
as far as I'm concerned, is, yo, whatever.
That's basically our position too. We're just making sure before we officially state, yo, whatever, that our
Oh,
code.
nice.
Oh, now.
I like
Stephanie's
that
made
as a quasi-governmental official in this organization. You know the difference.
Yeah.
So getting back
Yeah.
to the curling, that would be red line 3.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares about curling. So red's sitting pretty good, eh?
three. And we're down to 10 viewers.
They got like 3, and yellow's got none in the house right now.
Because no one really cares to hear about the government side of things at a curling.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so.
Y'all can pee wherever you want. Like nobody cares.
Just
All
not on the
right.
ice.
So meanwhile, Ben Langworthy's second stone, I believe, might be his first second stone. No, it's a second stone. Or is it his first second stone?
Calling
It
the
is his first
sweep
second
on
stone.
for the
Sweeper's
line.
running hard, and I'm concerned that he's going to tap. No, he sneaks it past.
Wow.
Did in fact, nice hit.
Nice hit. Everything's good there. So we still don't
Looks
have
like
a fifth.
one yellow.
We do not have a fifth end score on the game on sheet A. They haven't hung it up yet. I already mentioned that when you were up and away. Do we have a fifth end score on D hung yet? I can't tell because people are standing in front of the board on C.
C.
On C.
I can't tell
They're
because
still
people are
playing the
standing in
fifth
front of the
end.
board. They are still playing the fifth end. You're right. That's why all the stones are down there.
Clever observation.
Not really. Meanwhile, Bob Purcell being asked to come right through that same gap that was just
It's
come
got a
through
lot of
into
weight.
it. And
That
I
is
feel like
heavy.
I feel like it's outside.
That is the whack.
I feel like it's going to chip the
I
one
think
outside.
it's going to get a little piece.
I'm absolutely
Just
incorrect.
a little piece.
Is it enough to get the shooter to get the stone
At
out?
that
It
weight,
is.
any little piece is enough to get it out of there.
Your statement is correct, and it did get it out. So red is now sitting 2 after the peel.
And to answer the question, no, a score has not been hung for the fifth end on any.
Yeah, I knew that. They are throwing the sixth end. They're well into the sixth end. They haven't hung the score yet. Part of me's wondering if it's not a we really don't want to know.
Yeah, considering the way yellow's going, it might have wrapped.
So we do have a commentary on your commentary regarding taking care of peeing.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to make sure that after you do that, please wash your hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
We just don't care where you wash your
Right.
hands.
Exactly. Well, in a sink would be good.
Well, yeah, sure, but like
So we-
which sink is irrelevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't care what sink. But so another red stone was in fact chipped out, and the yellow stone rolled over to it's behind the tee, just outside the 4 foot. Looks like there's a lane to get there.
I have to believe that's fully open from the hat.
It's a title though. You got to throw with enough weight to get through
Yeah, but I happen to know, having seen it, having had him do it to me before, that Nick Smith can in fact throw that shot.
there. Oh, sure.
He can get through that and hit the nose.
Well,
of
and he's
that.
right-handed, so
Yeah,
this plays to his
everything,
strength here.
everything is in order. That looked like a slightly awkward slide.
That is inside, dude.
I actually feel like it's outside. Well, okay. Stephanie would disagree because she's got the sweepers on it. They're on it hard. It's in the gap.
And
Is
they
it gonna
held
hang
it
on?
just enough to
Just
get
enough?
a little piece,
And
but it rolled. It
rolls out.
overcurled enough that it rolled out.
So when we had 3 reds earlier this end, after those exchange of shots, red now only has 1. So red can't really be.
That
like,
could have been worse, though. I mean, it
Sure.
could have wrecked. It definitely
Absolutely.
hit, and it got it out of there. So
And a Cespedes for the rest of us who needs to be scoring big numbers to come back isn't scoring in this
Correct.
situation. So red Erstad's perfectly happy with, fine, I take a 1. I'm
sure,
good.
you make him work for it, and you let him get the 1. Who cares?
Yeah, 1's fine, yeah. Stephanie will let Ellen take 1s the whole rest of this game and be perfectly happy.
Pretty much.
Actually, run the 1s for the rest of this game is, that'd be fine. And that was not the intended result, I don't think. So
So now it looks like Red's hitting 1.
and looks like she's going to kind of do kind of a tap split
She wants
kind
to
of thing.
split it on, get a little behind cover, and throw to the corner.
Roll the second one over into the corner. Or
Sure.
alternatively, I think she also put the broom out there for if Nick is a little
they're
bit
a little
wide,
heavy
just
and they
play
can
the
draw. Sure.
Yeah, just play the pure draw. Nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong
Nick seems
there.
pretty dead on.
Yeah, sweepers haven't touched it yet.
A little wide.
Stephanie's saying it's a little wide, so she's
Little
probably going to play
wide.
for the draw, so it needs to be a little heavier now. On the other hand, that's a pretty
It is
significant
cutting
cut coming.
hard, man.
When that thing started cutting, it came hard.
And
Sweepers
it's
got on
going
a
to
tough.
die.
Is it past the guard? It is just past the guard. It
Just
is gonna
past
die. It
and
is gonna
right
bury.
under cover. Great shot by Nick.
Probably would have had a hard time throwing that if they'd aimed for it, but it does work out very nicely.
That was a fantastic shot.
That was a well-executed shot.
What you couldn't see was Stephanie dabbed on us.
Did Stephanie
For
dab?
that. Yeah,
Missed the dab.
she dabbed on us.
Okay, I didn't. I
Yeah.
missed the dab. Okay. I was still looking for a score on A, so I missed the dab.
Oh.
Probably a poor choice on my part, honestly.
Score on A seems to be
A lot to not very many.
Yeah.
And is it gonna go? All go? Is that a double? Did
That
everything go
would
bye-bye?
be a double.
Everything
That was
has
a
gone
great
bye-bye.
shot,
That
Yellow.
was marvelous by the yellow vice Matt Henning. Takes out both red
Former
stones.
Potomac,
curling,
member.
Also apparently former Springfield curling. Club
Springfield Curling Club member.
member. Basically took out both reds, lost the shooter, but I don't think he cares. I think he's good with that. Nice shot.
Tremendous shot.
That was the
Bigly tremendous.
quite possibly the yellow team
That's the
shot of the
Lewak.
game.
That
Of the game.
is the Lewak
right
so
now,
far.
Yeah, exactly. If the game was a little
Matt's
bit
sitting on the Lewak trophy.
if the game was a little bit closer, that would be actually possibly the play of the game even.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Dun-dun-dun,
so-
dun-dun-dun.
Exactly. So all right, we have shakes over on D.
Oh.
I'm going to go out on a limb and bet that the Team Yellow did not score a bunch. So
No.
the game on D has pulled into the garage. Todo El Camino.
Todo el camino.
Defeats Sticker Shock. We don't know the
Está
final score
ganando
was,
del sticker shock.
but it was a lot to not very many. We know
Sí.
that. So the game is over.
Contaron todos los puntos por todo el camino y ninguno punto por el otro.
All that we know for sure was that the last numbers we saw were 10-0, and we don't think it got any better in the sixth end.
Yahtzee.
Double Yahtzee, actually.
Yeah.
Possibly triple word score. No,
Could be.
That's Scrabble.
That's the same thing. Nobody knows the difference.
Meanwhile, Stephanie Erstad is trying to.
That is about to wreck.
That is. I think. Oh, okay. Well, that was the plan. That was a planned wreck.
Planned wreck
That was a
to
planned
also
wreck
abide by
to-
the yellow.
Sure. Well, yeah, on the grounds that you're ahead by
No
several,
tap-ups
so,
and
yeah.
just want to keep
And
them out
actually,
of play.
the red rolled in front of one of the other yellows.
Sure.
So actually, it makes two of the yellows non-scorable. So
Sure.
that's actually a fairly powerful situation there. Situation. All right, so we do have a fifth end score over on sheet C. It is now 5-1 in favor of Havana Good Time over Team Fox.
Havana Good Time.
Exactly. And we still don't have a fifth end score hung on sheet A, even though they're throwing the hammer in the sixth end. Just say it.
My guess is it was a wraparound.
That's completely possible. I didn't even consider that possibility.
And they didn't want to embarrass the other team.
That's maybe.
But now we're on TV talking.
We're kicking stones. Looks like Linda's wrapping things up. I do believe we've no, actually, is Travis
Tramilton's heading down there.
to throw the seventh, or is it for a handshake?
Are we throwing it down or are we shaking?
We are throwing it
some
down.
rocks.
So apparently Linda has made progress, I guess.
Well,
maybe?
she's paid to be in this bonds field. She may as well play as many ends as she can.
I suppose.
No, there's handshakes.
There's handshakes? Okay.
And there's
the
shakes.
Okay.
Over
so
on sheet A, finally.
Kirkman
There's
realizes
shakes.
Kirkman has. It's possible
It's
she
the
did that-
Alabama shakes.
unless she did back-to-back eights or something. We're pretty sure that Kirkman has just conceded to
Yeah,
Hamilton.
if she could have scored back-to-back eights, she was waiting.
Yeah, but
But she could have done it.
I'm pretty sure she didn't.
Well, She could have done it.
She could have done it.
She just didn't
Except
choose
that
to.
I saw the situation in the house at the end of the last end. There wasn't an 8 there.
This
So
was a choice decision.
it was a decision. Whether it was choice or not, I don't know. So anyhow, we're down to the games on B and C.
Which are the ones that we're supposed to be
Which are
covered?
the ones that are supposed to be. Well, we cover all of the sheets.
Sure,
Just
why not?
The people on A and D have friends also.
The people want to know.
Exactly. All right, so this is Stephanie's first stone, I believe. Actually, am I wrong? Is this her second stone? It's her
First
second
stone.
No,
First stone.
Second
First
stone.
stone.
Second stone.
Second.
Second stone. She has drawn
Effort.
to the back of the button.
Touching the button. Box, technically.
Yeah.
Box.
If it was a box game, which is not a box game. Wonder why we're not playing for boxes.
Big spiel.
We do it in other spiels too sometimes.
You can't play for the box anymore because the orange guy, did the thing with the box. It grabs the box.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that, but I'm trying to avoid it.
Well, it's not fair to play for that.
Regardless,
It's
Ellen Lynch,
dehumanizing to the box.
yeah, okay. Ellen Lynch is preparing to throw her hammer here in the 6th end. Already down 3. Best she can do is get a 1 here. And she basically is the red shot stone is not behind any sort of cover. It's exposed. So a nice clean nose hit does get the job done to get that 1.
Hit and stick, but then hit and stick again, and it's over.
Well, there's 2 more ends.
But it's over. Like they're chasing a bunch.
They are. Well, they'd be down by 3. It's not an impossible margin.
It
Does
looks
look
like
a little
a heavy draw right
looks kind
to
of
it.
light. It looks kind of light to get there, though. I think this is another steal. Maybe not. It's gliding pretty well. It's still outside the line, though. Nope, it's a steal of 1.
The attempt was to heavy draw at it.
Yes, but it did not occur.
Did not
so
occur.
that is another steal of 1 for Stephanie Erstad.
One more for red.
7-2 after
72.
And we do not have a 6th end score over on sheet C because they're still throwing the 6th end. We do have a 5th end score. Hello, Katie Kovac. What up, Potomac commentary people? What up is we have 2 curling games
Yo,
on the
Katie.
ice. Yo, Katie. Yo.
The important thing is that you should be here supporting Sam, but you're not. So, whatever. And Nick says that he remembers that he remembered you for some reason,
But not sure what the reason is.
But you're not important enough for him to remember why exactly. That's
So-
a direct quote
Yeah,
from Nick Datlow.
maybe not word for word, but actually no, pretty
No,
much
it's
word
a
for word.
direct quote
Yeah,
from
actually.
Nick Datlow.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's not corrected me on the record about that. And Katie's a journalist, so she'll understand.
and that's why Katie is
what the
watching on the
difference is.
interwebs.
Yeah.
I suppose we should consider
It's
switching our overhead
conspiracy.
view to the other
I
camera so we can actually
suppose
see
we
what's
should.
going on, shouldn't
Oh.
we? There we go. Hey, there's a stone in the back of the button. Cool.
You know how you know what locker belongs to Rob?
No.
It says skiing is for people who can't snowboard. It's a guarantee that that's Rob's locker.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. I was going to ask why this was relevant to my
Because
life.
Rob just walked by.
Oh, hi, Rob. We have a Yellowstone heading its way down the ice. That would be Cespedes. The rest of us,
Cespedes for the
yeah,
rest
them.
of us.
Phoebe Chang throwing her first stone, guarding corners. I don't think that was what she wanted to do, but it is what she did.
And Katie begs to remind former journalist.
Former journalist. That's right.
What's she doing
She's
now?
been liberated. Now she sends endless surveys about Hydrox cookies.
I'm not sure if that's an upgrade.
She's a Hydrox cookie aficionado.
Some of us like Hydrox cookies.
Is that
That's
that
Oreos for the rest of us.
Is that a career upgrade?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a definite career choice, let's just say.
Hydrox cookies are life.
Hydrox cookies are Oreos for English
For people who can't afford Oreos.
Yeah.
And
get
that
such a longer
stone
discussion.
went
It's
all the
true.
way through the house. That was what we refer to in the business as overcooked.
Is that what we refer
That
to
is,
it
well,
as?
we in the business.
In the business.
In the business.
Of curling.
No, just the business.
That's overcooked.
Yes.
Like a hockey puck.
Is a hockey puck overcooked?
Well, when you're talking about burgers.
Oh, yeah, true statement. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Let me get a burger.
Sorry,
well done.
I didn't make the.
Let me get the hell out of my restaurant. Like
sorry,
that's how that
I
works.
failed to make the jump from sporting equipment to
We're talking about
to
sports.
hoity cuisine.
Hoity cuisine.
Hoity cuisine.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled.
It's true. You should ask Katie. She's copy editor. She would know. Much better than Hydrox cookies.
Oreo may have ripped off Hydrox, but Oreo did a much better job. Okay.
Yeah, they got peanut butter Oreos, man.
They do?
Which are an abomination.
That's unfortunate.
It's not an abomination. Peanut butter anything is way better than anything. Should have a peanut butter version of everything. Like if I could fly
That's not true. Peanut butter steak sauce is the devil. Trust me.
No.
Don't ask me how I know.
Peanut crusted steak is money.
Peanut butter steak is one thing. I'm talking
Oh, that's on the guard.
I'm talking about a peanut butter sauce on a steak, which
That's
is
on the
horrible.
guard.
Define the
that's-
difference.
Oh, wait.
If I could fly an airline made entirely of peanut butter, I would. That is also, by the way, Red sitting one after a phenomenal shot.
Well, except it was a yellow shot, so it wasn't all
No,
that
it was a
phenomenal.
red shot
Was it a red
into
shot?
yellow,
Okay.
Phenomenal shot.
but it was a phenomenal shot. That was almost a very long double.
It was a phenomenal shot.
Okay, I believe you. I was too busy trying to explain to Chip the
Phenomenon.
The error
Dun,
of
dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Phenomenon.
Dun, dun.
Sorry, I was busy
Yeah.
trying to explain to Chip the error of his ways in thinking that peanut sauce is appropriate on steak.
It is not.
I challenge you to find something that isn't improved by peanuts.
Steak.
No, definitely, man. I can give you. I will make you a peanut crusted, like strip steak that will rock your world.
Okay, so please don't because I have a peanut allergy and it won't be
That's
happy for
your
anybody.
problem.
Yes, I
like
agree.
the rest of us are fine.
So-
The Cespedes for the rest of us.
Chip, there's a kitchen over there.
Yeah.
Go to.
I don't have the ingredients, but you better believe tomorrow I'm gonna throw down.
Before
But
or
that's
after
an
the
electric
Michigan game?
range though, so I can't really get down with that. Don't worry.
I just hear a lot of excuses.
It's a lot. I'll bring the grill.
It is a poor chef who blames his tools.
I'll bring the grill. You want to see me get down? I'm gonna get down.
Before or after
You got to
the
get
game.
funky also.
Nah, I don't have to.
Okay.
I can
This
I
looks
can
like
beat
it's
you
gonna
with
chip-
just getting down.
Was
That
she-
is
That is a chip. That is
just
a chip off of
chipping
the top
out.
guard.
That's a peel of shame right there.
Although is the
That was
shooter
literally
gonna spin
peeling your own
on?
rock.
No, the shooter's not going to spin on. Okay. For a second, I thought the shooter might have had a chance to spin on, but actually it's like 6 feet short of the house, so what's in this thing?
That is a peel of shame.
Pretty much. It's in the realm of peel of shame. I don't think it was a deliberate call, though, so I don't think it was actually a peel of shame.
Well, shh. They don't know that.
Well, they do now because it got
Yeah,
brought
you
up.
ruined it, man.
Sorry. It's what I do.
Are you really sorry?
No.
Okay.
Frankly, no. So, sorry, not sorry? Is that the hashtag?
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay. So, speaking of peels of shame, I think this is about to be one because it feels like this is going to chip off that top yellow.
I don't think it's a peel though.
It's not a peel. I don't think it's going to have enough steam to make that go.
Looks
It
like
might be a
split them
split
on.
on. Yeah, it actually is a split on. So yellow's actually, no, not yellow's not laying 3 because there's a red stone in the red rink, which I didn't see it there for a second. But red is laying 1. Yellow's laying a lot of others around the 12-foot. So this could get entertaining if Stephanie doesn't do something about it. But it looks like Stephanie's planning on doing something about it. Stephanie appears to be
Well, the move is to maybe guard the red, so
But
that it
no.
really doesn't matter what the hell
the
the
guard.
yellows are doing.
The move is to get rid of some of those yellow stones because you're up by 4.
No, guard up.
5.
Being up by 5 involves being up by 4 with a little bit more.
Sure. Yeah, Alan's right. No, I'd guard here.
I'd be in the mood to take out some yellow stones, which is exactly what Stephanie's having who is that? Nick, thank you. Do, although it appears that he's not going to succeed in this tad. Now, yeah, he's going to get the top one. And he will also roll over to be
He
a
got
guard,
this
so
rock.
he's rolling over
No,
towards.
he didn't guard, but he kind of
he's
back guarded
kinda
one of them.
back. He's actually cutting them both out.
They're sitting 2.
And
He's
you
making
and
that
you
double
can't-
on really
you
difficult.
can't get that yellow. You can't get that red out of there without
Right,
losing
but they
that back
can.
yellow.
Well, but they can punch that red out, and the sitting shot easy.
Sure, but Stephanie is perfectly happy to give up
But a
one.
one doesn't help him.
One does absolutely nothing. Realistically, they need. I mean, they're down 5 with 2 ends to play. And this is their hammer. They need 3 really, and then they'd be trying to steal 2, which is challenging. Do we need to get you a blankie and a pillow?
I was so bored by your commentary for a minute. I had to
Yeah.
yawn.
Get over it.
Here it comes. And just got a
just
piece, but
nuzzle
not
over,
enough of a
and
piece.
The shooter
So red is still
actually-
sitting 2.
And the yellow shooter spins out. It's in the trip hazard zone.
It's
is in the
just
penalty
about the
box.
worst way that could have gone.
It's in the realms of worst possible ways. So Stephanie, who has like all of the advantages right now, should probably be checking her privilege because she actually has all of the things.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Is right up there. All right, Nick with the delivery.
Stephanie looking to kind of guard. I think at this point, actually, Stephanie is
I
willing
think that's
to play,
over
willing to
curling.
play guard. It hasn't actually started the cut yet. I'm not sure. It might. The dive.
It's
at the
over
end-
curling.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna over. Actually, no. It's
okay.
beauty. It's beauty. It's about
Well-
3 feet short of the. Actually, it's like 5 feet short of the house, but it's covering virtually all of the shot stone.
Sure.
Might be a little exposed on the outside, but not enough to help with. So looks like what's
That hit and
Except for
stick
the
is
right side
basically
hack, it's
gone.
visible. Let's be honest. From the right side hack, it's probably 50% visible.
yeah, probably.
You can probably throw
You could
to
probably
come
throw
across the nose and just get to it.
And which is probably what they're doing because they got to try to figure out how to score a bunch here. So in order to do that, you can't lose the shooter right now
Nope.
because you're in vice.
You gotta
stones.
hit and
so
stick.
You gotta put this in. Yeah. Looks a little light to do this job though.
They're going to need to sweep it to get around that guard.
Yeah, they got plenty of
they
room on
got
the
it.
guard. Plenty of room on the guard.
They're on it.
They got to the nose. They're gonna overcut. No, they're not.
No.
See, that is
Pretty
buried.
good shot.
No,
Pretty
it's
good
not.
shot, Yellow.
It's not buried at all. It's half exposed on the right.
Are you
What?
sure?
Yes, because the guard is a stone off the center line. The yellow's touching the center line.
Ah.
So, okay, the red guard's not a stone off. It's 3/4 of a stone off the center.
Well,
line.
it's better than their situation was.
Sure, because they now have shots. So there's always that.
And people can miss.
Misses happen, although Stephanie hasn't been doing a lot of that tonight. Stephanie has not been missing a lot of shots this evening. She's missed a few, but not enough to be a problem. And she's up 7-2 in the 7th end. So, she can't be doing but so bad. They are in the 7th end over on sheet C, but they have not hung their 6th end score yet, so we don't know what happened.
This has been a habit of theirs.
Yes. Nick Smith is holding the broom such that it looks like they're trying to take advantage of the half exposure on the right-hand side to just kind of just barely cross nose, nuzzle that yellow stone out, and then just sit pretty right behind their current guard in a situation that probably honestly makes game over. But
One could have made that argument a couple ends ago.
Sweepers are on it. Possible overcurl situation here. She might
That's
not.
going to wreck.
She is not past her top
No.
guard
That
yet.
is going to wreck.
Nope, she's actually past the
Passed
top
it.
guard. She's okay. She's not going to cross face. She's going to chip it and roll to the inside. Not much. So red sitting 2, one of which is right on the button. Now back of the button. As we're getting ready to throw Ellen Lynch's first skip stone.
One of which was already there before this whole thing started.
Well, not the whole thing.
I mean, not the whole thing, but until
The
that
recent
the
things.
hit and then the hit.
Yeah, the
like-
recent things.
Right.
Yeah. But so it looks like what what Ellen wants to do is she wants to hit this shot stone. She'd like to roll to the outside by about a foot to get behind that top red. Hope beyond hope that Stephanie misses the hit out, and then she can somehow draw for a second. Well, lots of ways to draw for the second one if she gets there.
That is hope beyond hope right there.
It's not really, because if she gets to that point, the draw is the easy part. And then that puts her up 2, or down, but she puts her down 3 without hammer in the 8th. Game would be on life support at that point. This is light. She's in danger of chipping that guard up top. Sweepers are working it hard. If they can get it there, it'll work, but I don't know if she's past the
Oh, God.
guard. It's close. I don't know. I don't know. Humidifier kicked on, so this camera's shaking up on the guard. Wah, wah.
Wreck.
And yeah, now serving is a beautiful guard. That stone on the back of the button is all but inaccessible now.
It's still red sitting 2.
It is red sitting 2, and the shot stone, but neither of those stones is in a position where getting rid of is easy. So honestly, if I
There's
was
like a long run back.
sure. So if I was Stephanie, actually, what I would consider is take that long run back out of the equation, put something in front of that yellow stone on the center line, or draw in and freeze to her stone, sit on the button. That would also be a viable option.
Totally.
Would kind of be putting a foot on the throat, but that's kind of what you do. I mean, you know. Oh, we have exactly. We have a 6-10 score over on sheet C. Fox got 1, so they are now down 5-2 after 6. Savannah Good Time is still up,
And it looks like the freeze is what was
and
called.
it looks like the freeze is up. It was
not.
short,
Ooh.
effectively a guard,
That just dragged to a halt right there.
but effectively a guard. And I think it's actually over enough. You got a better angle than me, Chip. Is the yellow raise now not feasible? It feels like that red just came over just enough that the nose
It's
is not
there, but it's tough. It would be a real tough poke.
And it would be a tough poke 4-1 if the shooter stuck around.
Yeah. You'd have to. I'm not saying it's not doable, but I wouldn't
I'm
risk
saying
it.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
No, right. Yes.
I don't see any shot she has that she does enjoy, to be honest here. She's got a couple. She can curl from our left to the right around all of the stuff, and the button's accessible to her.
Just sit one in there.
But even that's just a 1. That puts her down 4 without hammer in the 8th. Technically not game over, but within rounding error of game over. I mean, I've given up somebody to steal a 5 in the 8th
Sure.
and to lose a game, but that's me. That's just me. I choose to be giving like that.
You choose to be giving?
I choose to be giving.
In that instance, are you
Sure.
choosing to be giving?
It was a choice.
Or are you just, choosing
Or am I just
to,
a lousy curler? Or is that what
no,
you're being too polite to say?
You know what's true and what's hopeless. And
What I'm saying is I've been there, and I've been in that situation, and I have
you
failed.
have
failed to bring the game
refused
home.
to shake based on something
No.
that was technically
What I'm saying is
possible.
I was ahead by 4 and gave up 5, thereby screwing
the
the
other
game
guy
up.
refused to
Yeah,
shake.
Exactly. And he was
you've given up a big lead.
I have, in fact, given up. I've given up a big lead more
I was
often.
going to say.
I've given up a big lead more often than you've drunk beer, Chip.
No, I know that. That's a verb, to McNeil a game.
It is.
Yeah.
On one hand, I feel happy about that because
Well, you
hey, I'm
should
a
be
verb,
honored.
but
You're
yeah,
immortal.
right. So
That rock
a
is
nice
not
sweep
curling.
it doesn't really
enough.
need to. It just the weight's the question. Does it have enough?
And it got there.
No, it did not.
No, it didn't. Red
That
still
would be
on
red
the
1,
button.
and we
And
have shakes.
handshakes.
We have
And there's the
handshakes.
handshakes.
Because down 5 with actually down 6 with hammer is yeah.
All right, so
So-
that would be the end of this game.
That would be the end of this game. We can talk people through this game on sheet C if we so desire. I don't know if we desire. We don't have to. Alternatively, you got to get your stuff on. You're curling in a few minutes. Hey, so am I.
Yeah,
Yes,
so are
you
you,
are.
and so
We're
is
in the same
TJ.
draw.
We all are.
We're all in the same draw. Are we playing
Wrap it
you?
up? No,
No, that's
we're in
tomorrow
different
morning.
brackets.
Oh, we're in different
No,
brackets.
that's tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning
Are you
we're
in my
playing
bracket?
you.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are in
same
our bracket.
bracket.
You're right. Okay. That is tomorrow morning. So I think we're going to wrap this thing up here. If you really want to know what's going on over on Sheet C between Fox and the Curling Club of Virginia and having a good time for the Potomac Curling Club, well, good luck. The score will be posted on the website when it's over. They're still playing in the 7th end, so it's probably going to be a little bit.
And if you've got like opinions of the game and how we called it, they can tweet us.
That's true.
What's your social media tags?
I don't have any social media tags
Oh,
because I'm a technological Luddite.
You're lousy. Where can they find you, TJ, on the interwebs?
Well, I would be the aforementioned Peel of Shame.
At Peel of Shamed on Twitter. And you can always find me at Chef Chip on the Twitter.
You should invite me on Chip Chaps to discuss how life is as being the only person who is not on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
That's not as interesting as you think it is.
Then don't invite me.
But no,
See
you
if
can
I
come
could.
on the show when we're desperate for a guest. That'll
Okay,
be great.
When you're desperate, yeah, you're in my I'm in your Rolodex. Call me.
We'll call you. But
Awesome.
and you can
But
you can
probably
listen to
shouldn't
Chip Chat every Thursday night on RipRadioNetwork.com. at 9:30 on Thursday night, and Facebook.com/RibChipChat and all kinds of good stuff.
All right, so until the next game, which is in about half an hour, 8:30. Okay, so 40 minutes from now.
When somebody else will be broadcasting.
Because we're all going to be
we'll
on
be
the
on
ice.
the ice.
This has been Alan McNeil for TJ and Chip.
Chip.
Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye,
Yo.
everybody.